Let's go live though. Here we go.
All right, let's do this.
Here we go.
What's
Going on, everybody? Jay the Great here. Welcome back to another pod. This is a special one. This is a call-in show for the first time in quite some time. It's been quite some time. So we're gonna give it a while. There is a fight, and there's another stream that we're doing around 7. Oh, should I have a mic?
Right,
have
let's
a
do
echo.
this.
Here we go. Real quick.
Talk
What's going on? But yeah, we have a call-in show currently, and around 7 we're going to transition to the first fight companion we've done in a long time. If you're a UFC combat sports fan, you want to tune on to that. It's the last UFC card of the year. So yeah, we decided to do this first though because it's been a long time. We haven't done a call-in show in months. So we're gonna see how this does. If it does well, we'll continue to do it. So we'll see how it goes. Let me look at the chat real quick. What's going on, Steven? What's going on, Momo? Christian Gamer? What's going on, everyone? Thanks for coming in.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
What's going on, folks? Let me check my volume one more time, though, folks. Give me a second. Hello, everybody. Jay the Great here. Welcome back to another pod. All right, okay, that sounds better. All right, but yeah, folks. So if you want to call in, click on the description at the top of the link at the top of the description. I think I'll send you right to this call-in stage, and you just raise your hand, and we bring you in. Basically, it's first come, first serve. If no one else is in, you can keep raising your hand. We'll keep bringing you in. So yeah, we'll give it about an hour and see how it does. If it does really well, we'll wait all the way till 7. If not, we'll end it a little early. So yeah.
Anybody's welcome.
Haters, yeah, anyone. We even says on this thumbnail, haters are welcome. So if you know a hater, please let them know, and please tell them to come in. Please, we're trying to bring you guys entertainment. What's going on, Sir Goats?
Toby Ramatards, you name it.
Yeah, literally anyone come in. Anyone come in and say what they have to say. But if you do troll. If you do troll and say racial slurs, you're banned permanently. So just know that. You can come in, but if you do some weird shit, you're banned forever. So, but what's going on, Sir Goats?
Welcome. Everyone's welcome.
Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, any questions as well, guys?
Any questions? And by the way, you can ask in the chat, of course, too. We're still doing that. So, what's going on, Sir Goats? What's going on, brother? But yeah, any questions?
Anybody.
Yeah, can you come in? The only limit is if you do weird shit like racial slurs, like like spamming, trolling, you're being banned. But besides that, you can come in, say what you got to say.
The main reason why, guys, we're not sensitive, but at the end of the day, we have to follow YouTube's policy.
Yeah, YouTube's gonna like yellow mark this. So yeah, I had that happen one time. One guy came in and was like spamming the N-word, banned him forever, and we got yellow marked right away. Yeah. What's going on, Legend? Thanks for coming in. But yeah, folks, any questions you may have? A lot of things have taken place. JJK is heating up. I did my first original content video. It was a rant. If you guys want to check that out, it was about Gojo's death and why it actually made JJK better. I know it's hard to hear, but it did. If you want to see why, watch that video. So yeah, a lot of good things happening. Boruto coming out in a couple of days as well. In the combat sports world as well. Jake Paul got a first round KO on Friday because he fought a fucking no one, so no one even watched that fight. But he was a boxer. He has the best record that of any opponent boxing wise up until this point in time for Jake Paul. So yeah, we don't know who he is, but he has a better record than even Tommy Fury did. So that's to be expected. Yeah. So and he knocked him on the first round, by the way. So
first
round.
Yeah, he knocked him the fuck out clean. It was actually a pretty good knockout, to be honest. I'll let people know on the server, actually. I'll let them know on my server if they want to come in. Might as well. Give me a second, folks.
Yeah.
See, we'll give it about an hour. We might stay anyways. The chat's doing really well. We might,
Yeah, that's another thing too. If y'all like the call-in shows too, like if you just like to be able to talk with us instead of having to text and stuff, then make sure to like the video, like the stream.
Yeah, make sure to like the stream, by the way. Yeah, I almost forgot that. Make sure to hit the. Oh shit, I got an ad. Give me a second. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already, folks. Really appreciate it. Bro, I love drawing and sketching so much. Yeah, exactly. I love drawing. I need to get back into it. Yeah, drawing's cool. I've personally never been that good at it. Personally,
I stopped a while ago, but yeah,
it's not my that's not my thing. Like my OC, I paid a professional to actually do it. He obviously is way better than I am. Let me see here. But yeah, folks, any questions at all? Feel free. Any questions at all? Anything at all. It could be anime. It could be what's happening tonight with the fights. It could be anything at all. We've talked about many things on this channel, from politics to anime, from conspiracies to current events,
politics,
literally everything. Yeah. So
yeah,
let me just let the people know it started. If they want to come in, feel free to call in. Give me a second here, folks. on here. All right, where is it at? Copy link. But yeah, folks, the fight tonight, very exciting for you combat sports fans. I know you guys can relate. Great fights, great card. Unfortunately, Ian Gary got sick, so we're not going to see that. But it got replaced by Bryce Mitchell. He got bumped up to the main card. Bryce Mitchell versus Josh Emmett. Still an interesting fight. So yeah, should be a good one.
Oh, so Josh Emmett's fighting tonight then?
Yeah, him versus Bryce Mitchell should be interesting. Josh is a monster, though. I mean,
yeah,
Bryce is going to struggle with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yair did him really dirty though when they lost fought though. That was great, man.
Literally, I agree. Definitely dirty. Gojo is the greatest. Predictions for this fight, I'll say Bryce Mitchell versus Josh. Josh is more well-rounded in my opinion. Bryce is very good on the ground, but probably Josh. Honestly, Tony versus Patty. Tony's just a shell of himself, man. I hate to say it. I think Patty's gonna get him. If it was a prime Tony, easily Tony, but I'm sorry, man. Tony's he's past his prime. I get it. He did train with David Goggins, but that's cardio, bro. It's not MMA. So probably Patty. The fight after that, I believe, is what's the fight after that?
Wonder Boy.
Oh yeah, Wonder Boy versus Romanov. The Shavkat, exactly. Yeah, that guy's a fucking monster. I think Shavkat's gonna fuck him up. That guy's a fucking animal. 100% finish rate. 100% finish rate. 17 wins, no losses. That guy's a fucking animal.
Wow.
Wonder Boy's past his prime. So yeah, that's that. Pantoja versus Royval. Pantoja's more explosive. He's already beaten him before. I think he's improving. His confidence as a champion has risen as well. So I think he takes it. And then main event, Colby versus Leon. That one's interesting as hell. But simply put, Leon's a sniper, man. That guy is. If you see him hit pads, man, it's art. That guy is a sniper. And his takedown defense and takedown offense has improved. He's the only guy to ever take down Usman in his career, I believe. So there's that. I think Leon's gonna snipe him.
Yeah, Usman's a fantastic wrestler as well.
Yeah,
so that's
he never got taken down up until his Leon. I think it was the rematch where Leon took him down. So he's a monster, man. Yeah. There's no way Colby's outstriking him. Colby knows that. His best bet is taking it into deep waters. It's the only hope he has. He's getting fucked up on the feet.
I just hope he doesn't be too desperate for the takedowns, though. Because that really is his only win con. I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. I think the only hiccup, being devil's advocate, I see is when this is fucked up, but Colby talked shit about his dead dad. He did react in the press conference. He threw a water bottle at him. Leon was very heated. And then the next day at the ceremonial weigh-ins, when Joe was interviewing him, he's like, he talked shit about my dad. He's dead. He looked legitimately upset. That historically hasn't done well for fighters, and a good example is Jose Aldo. He got his ass knocked the fuck out by Conor because of the mental warfare. So I hope he doesn't miscalculate in that way.
And fucking Khabib too did work on Conor for the same reasons. Yeah,
and that actually worked against Conor because Khabib beat the fuck out of him. Yeah. So because Khabib's a wrestler, Aldo's a striker, Leon's a striker. The only thing is Colby doesn't have one punch knockout power, so we're not going to expect a 13-second KO. He doesn't have that kind of power. Conor does.
Leon didn't even think Colby deserved the fight to begin with.
Yeah, honestly, I think if I'm being objective, Bilal deserved it more. He's won 7 straight. He probably or Dariush. The guy has 8 straight wins. You know what's funny though? Dariush said on his last fight, he's like, I don't care about the belt. UFC said, you know what? Okay, you're not getting the fucking title shot. Dariush is he's too nonchalant about it. I get it. He wants to be humble. I'm like, dude, if you say you don't give a fuck, you think they're gonna give you the fight? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you have to fight for everyone else around you.
Yeah. You want the money, buddy? I know you care about that. You're trying to feed your family. What the fuck are you doing? Bilal should have got it, though, in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. Colby is, if we're being objective, he's the biggest draw in that division.
Exactly.
So I get it. It's promo. Colby probably is the 4th most deserving, 3rd most deserving after those two guys. He did almost beat Usman, especially the second time. So that's probably why they gave it to him. He did beat the shit out of Jorge. To be fair, past his prime.
Oh yeah. But,
exactly. Yeah. So it is what it is. I probably would have wanted Dariush. If I'm being as a hardcore fan, I kind of wanted Dariush versus Leon because we saw Bilal versus Leon. Obviously, it ended badly because of the eye poke. But that's kind of what I was hoping for. But here we are. From a hardcore
I think
fan.
Leon's in his prime right now too.
Oh yeah. He's a sniper. He's
literally hard time to fight him.
Yeah, prime sniper. The guy's a killer. Yeah, he's the best sniper in that division, in my opinion. He's a monster. So
yeah.
Maybe that Shavkat guy could do something. 100% finish rate against Wonder Boy. If he fucks Wonder Boy up, who knows, man? He might be the next in line. That guy's a fucking monster. Yeah. And that guy can't speak English, so you can't really get to him. You can't even talk shit
And
to him.
that's 17 fights, 100% finish rate. That's insane.
Fucking animal, man.
You know?
Yeah, he's a fucking monster.
Bro.
Like that guy doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, he might be one of those guys. Why is the inferior brother on the thumbnail? Oh damn, you mean Itachi? When he's inferior now, that's obvious. I mean, Sasuke's a fucking monster now.
Oh yeah, like come on, bro. It's Boruto scaling.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
Sasuke was a bitch.
though.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Sasuke was a bitch during part 1 and Shippuden for 2.
Yeah, while he was alive, he bitched him. Yeah, while he was alive, he bitched him his whole like childhood. So, not gonna lie, I find it funny how Sasuke is always the first one out when him and Naruto 2v1 and Otsutsuki basically getting the Vegeta treatment. In a way, yeah, it's definitely against Ishiki. That was blatantly Vegeta treatment with Baryon mode.
Oh yeah. Ishiki, Sasuke was nothing to Ishiki. It was only Naruto had any chance.
Yeah, literally, that was blatant Vegeta treatment. That was like Jiren versus Goku. Like Vegeta was useless. You know,
so,
which is just, it's really interesting to me because it goes back into the whole concept of like Naruto versus Sasuke again. It's like what's really weird about it's like in the beginning, Sasuke's like practically shown to be an equal rival, right, or whatever. And then like when it gets towards more in like the middle-ish of like Boruto, only really Naruto can fuck with people like Ishiki and Jigen.
Literally.
Like just a more higher level. You know what I mean? Like Sasuke does show at least relativity between the two, but he's just not there. You know what I mean? Like he's still not there. So it's weird how Naruto eventually like cliffs over Sasuke towards.
It's literally like when Vegeta was like having his pride moment and he's like, "I'm gonna beat you, Jiren," and then he got his fucking ass beat and Goku had to intervene. That's literally the same thing. Yeah. It's like Naruto had to intervene with Baryon, you know. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Or on Namek as well.
Oh god, yeah, that was really bad too. He literally died out of fucking Frieza's hand. Who's more unhinged, or Kanye or Draymond Green? They both had moments this week. Honestly, dude, Draymond's just dumb. Like he's a dumbass. Kanye legitimately has I think he has mental illness. Like no joke. Like that guy.
What did Kanye do this week though?
Apparently he had a stream where he it was the most bipolar shit I've ever seen. One moment he's like spitting heat about his career. The next he's like talking about Jews and shit, like anti-Semitic rhetoric. I'm like, dude, this guy literally has bipolar disorder. Like, what the hell is he talking about? But Draymond's just dumb. Like, he's a dumb guy, punching people, being dirty player. He's been like that his whole career, to be fair. But Kanye is unhinged. Kanye is legitimately unhinged. Draymond's just stupid, to be honest.
I just feel like, dude, if I punch my coworker at work, not only am I fired, like not indefinitely, like definitely fired, and I'm getting fucking arrested. You know, whereas like
literally, bro, what the fuck? It's kind of like I'm gonna be kind of objective. LeBron probably wouldn't have won his ring in 2016 if Draymond didn't get suspended because he punched him in the fucking balls. Yeah, I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? You just fucked over your team and LeBron came back. Like that's your fault, buddy. Like you're fucking dumb as hell. So yeah, Draymond is man, it's not to take away from LeBron because he's the GOAT, but yeah, that was partly because of the reason why they won. Draymond wasn't
blatantly like he's not even trying to fake it. You can't clothesline someone like that. And
that is so fake. Like he tries to not like make it obvious he's telegraphing. It's so obvious he's doing it on purpose too. Like, bro, do you think we're stupid? Like, you think the refs like retarded? It's very obvious what the fuck you're doing. So
he's like, I got this. I'll deceive him.
Yeah, like against your chick, he turns around, hits him in the fucking face. I mean, did you think we weren't gonna believe that was real? What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's crazy.
I feel like the Warriors, they've always like advocated like Draymond's energy because like he's like the bad boy. He's like the defensive like guru, etc. Like they need that like edge to their team, but like he takes it to a new level, and now they're kind of like a shell of themselves now, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, nowadays, especially now. The only guy that still carries and still is remotely what he was back then is Curry. The only one.
Curry all day.
Yeah,
he's still Clay, you know?
Clay, I just think it's his injury has caught up to him. I think that's why he's not as efficient as what he once was. You know, he had knee surgery and a lot of injuries. So I mean, I kind of get him, just wear and tear. Yeah. Draymond's just declining. Yeah, literally. Yeah. It's kind of sad.
But literally got bench.
Yeah. Baramo Naruto versus Super Saiyan Goku from Namek arc. Oh, not Naruto, it's slam him. Yeah, with Baramo, you slam him, yeah. At that point, he's nowhere near galaxy level, or even solar system, so yeah. At first, I only like Gojo for his OP-ness. I watched JJK for enjoying it, but the more I observe Gojo, he really is a dope character. Oh, absolutely, man. It's not only just his like physical prowess, it is his character. But not to spoil what I said in the video, but he's so dominant that he was a hindrance to the other cast, like Yuji, Megumi, Nobara, everyone else. They were hindered by his dominance because he would solve all the problems that they had. Mahito, Jogo getting his ass beat. Even Kenjaku with Kato. He was such a dominant force in the verse that he hindered not only their ability to improve as sorcerers, but I would even argue their character development because they didn't have those moments to shine. Once he got sealed, is when they got to shine. Yuji versus Mahito, or Nanami versus Mahito, or Kashimo versus Sakuna. Like those moments wouldn't have come if Gojo kept solving all the problems. So he is amazing, like standing alone as a character, but he did hinder JJK a little bit because he was such a dominant force. Now that he's dead, he's no longer that failsafe for everyone. They have to actually carry their own weight in a way, So
yeah, they got to be relevant. They can't be having their handhold anymore.
It's kind of like Naruto not being the main deterrent anymore. Boruto, which he has to step up, which he has. So yeah. What's going on at Terion? Greetings from Europe. Shout out to Europe, man. Shout out to Europe. What's going on?
Hey.
What Naruto characters could solve the Kira case, but they can't use their powers? Not very many. Only probably Shikamaru, Shikaku. Yeah, maybe Amato. He's very intelligent as well. Besides that,
Minato could do it, or Itachi?
Minato and Itachi. I would say possibly. I would say they have a good chance.
That's what I say.
Yeah. High chance would be Shikamaru, Shikaku, and Amato. Those guys are like blatantly book wise and just IQ wise are the highest.
Yeah.
Especially Amato.
Because I'll say this, like it's really interesting for Itachi Minato because like Fred, like how we see like the Shikamaru interaction with Hidan, and it took him like a hot minute to figure out Hidan's abilities, but then when Itachi sees it, like he does it on the spot, like instantly.
Yeah, he's
like,
IQ's high.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's really interesting. It's like Shikamaru is more smarter in the book smart general capacity type vibes, but when it comes to analysis though on the fly, Itachi and Minato are just built different. Bro.
Yeah, their IQs are very high. Like their ability to deduce and adapt in real time is very high. They're like high.
And even though book smart, you can argue them in a way because Itachi knew what Sage Mode was. He knew, like, you know what I mean? Like, he clearly read upon all these things.
Yeah, he's very proficient. Him and Minato both had knowledge
of, like, Hokage when he's 7. Minato, I think, had the best scores, like, for the exams and shit.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting with them. But no, I would still agree. I'd say objectively wise, Shikamaru definitely his dad, especially the science. Like, come on, bro. The
Amato's a fucking genius. Yeah.
You guys are fucking genius. But Itachi and Minato, I wouldn't say definitively, but I say you could definitely argue high possibility. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I would say all those guys are probably the best. I think Kakashi to an extent would have somewhat of a chance as well.
Yeah, I could see maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Jiraiya, I don't know, bro. I don't think he could because he tries really hard to research and shit.
Light would be too intelligent for him, I think. Light would outsmart that guy.
Maybe Tobirama? Maybe.
Tobirama, yeah, that's another possibility. Yeah. A lot of experience. Yeah, if he could exploit Light's pride like L did, then yeah. Which I think the smart ones would. Like Itachi would try to exploit that, Minato.
That's what all day.
Oh yeah, that's what L did. He exploited his pride and it made him miscalculate. I mean, they both miscalculated, to be fair. L and Light. Yeah. That's why L died and ended up dying because of that. But it kind of shows how pride is a cardinal sin. That was one of the main themes of Death Note. That pride is a cardinal sin, and no matter how talented you are, it can be your downfall. Just look at L, the world's greatest detective, against Light, a man with literal, like, the demon power in his hands. They both end up failing. So it's basically what it is.
Yeah, humility is a powerful lesson for sure. And when you're a young adolescent like Light was during the series, it's kind of like more of a factor in your life as opposed to someone who's had more wisdom and more time to like adjust to your quote unquote pride or humility.
Yeah.
For example.
Someone asked in the chat, is this all anime? You can ask whatever. It can be anime too. Oh, Sir Goats has a question, I think. Sir Goats. Actually, let me answer. Kedra, I appreciate the $2, brother. Let me answer that first, and we'll get Sir Goats in here. Let me put it on the screen real quick, brother. I appreciate that. The most wasted potential in Naruto. Oh man, there's a lot of good picks. Rock Lee's highly up there. You can even say Neji. Shishui, yeah, that's another good one. A lot of wasted potential. He died too young. You can even say Minato in a way, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of wasted potential there as well. Yeah, those guys are the ones that come to mind. Itachi, you can even argue him too, because his illness and the fact he had to be undercover, and there's a lot of shit that really hindered him as well. That's a good question though. But those are the guys I would say come to mind. Let's get Sir Goats in here. Sir Goats. All right. Yo, what's going on, brother?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Well, man. How
good.
Doing good, brother.
That's cool. That's cool. I was sitting here thinking about multiple like I'm thinking about what question could I ask, and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know where to start from. And I was like, wait a minute,
Well,
how about this? So remember, I remember when I asked y'all I had donated and I said what if the Team Seven has swapped senseis and stuff? And then I was sitting there like. Okay, how about this? Now, my question is, if y'all could choose any fictional character to train y'all at all, who would y'all choose?
any fictional character? That's a good question. Any fictional character, who would I choose? Honestly, if I'm like trying to be objective as far as my temperament and personality, I'd probably say, and it's very cliche because we're Naruto fans, but probably either my guy or Kakashi. I think Kakashi's more of a personality. I'm not as like flamboyant as my guy. Probably Kakashi.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Probably
a hard
Kakashi.
question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Any fictional character as well. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna. I'm leaning towards like maybe someone like Hiruzen, perhaps like a prime Hiruzen. I think he has a lot of potential, and I mean he taught the Sonin, so that
That's
is
a good one too.
promising.
Yeah.
Or maybe Minato as well. That's kind of who I'm leaning towards.
He'd be a good mentor also. Yeah.
I just like the amount of potential they can train you, not only in physical prowess, but like intellectual deduction capabilities as well. That's what's kind of enticing.
Yeah, like my guy, if you have his personality, it'd work perfectly. I have like the ambition part, I think we parallel. Like, he's very ambitious, but I'm not as flamboyant. Like, that's not my style. I'm more like calculated, like a Kakashi probably. So probably Kakashi. There's so many characters in fiction though. Levi.
Yeah, exactly.
Levi Ackerman, take me under his wing. I think I'd work well with Levi as well, like as a mentor.
Oh, yeah, Levi.
The cold guys. Oh yeah, Piccolo would be great. That's a great mentor too. The guys that are like cold but ambitious, that's like
what do you think about Vegeta?
Vegeto'd be great, actually. Right? Yeah, he'd be hard on me. He'd
be whip you into shape, bro.
Yeah. He's like, stop being a fucking pussy. That's what he would say, literally. So. Yeah. Or Soldier Boy from like, The Boys. He'd be like, you're a fucking pussy. And I'd be like, oh shit. That's the kind of.
He's just like, yo, let's go train in my gym. And it's like,
put the key blast over Jay's head. He's like, if you don't get your bitch ass up.
Literally. Yeah, that's the kind of push I would need, low key. That's like my personality. I can't have like fucking nice shit. Like, I feel like, what's her name? The one that got bitched by Itachi. Fucking Kura and I would be too nice. She's like, it's okay. I'd be like, I need real training.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Well, she was always nice, bro. She was so nice to like
too nice.
Fucking Hinata and Kiba, of them being fodder. Like she knows she was always giving praise, you know, because he's that guy.
He's that guy.
Kiba, Hinata, whenever they're being dumbasses or just trash, like she's over here trying to sugarcoat. It's like, nah.
Yeah, I can't have a nice mentor. I feel like I don't like things that are sugar coated. It wouldn't push me.
Vegeta, like. Since we're not at all on his that's the thing. Like Vegeta's like he's a hard ass. Like if you're not at all like remotely on his level, he probably won't give you the day, his day at all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he'll probably put you in the gravity chamber instantly on times 20 and just fucking put you to work. Like,
yeah, he's gonna be on your ass, man. That guy would literally be on your ass all day, like he was on Trunks' ass, literally. He'd be a great mentor. He'd be. I would like. That's the kind of mentorship I would need, honestly. But yeah, that was a good question. Do you have another one, or did you want to think of it more?
I have because I'd rather be trained by Edward Elric and Minato, really.
Minato's great.
I really like Minato.
Yeah.
But my other question is oh my goodness, don't tell me I forgot already. Oh, okay. Because I asked Six this question like in his stream before. He was like he would be at like War Arc like when Madara and Obito unleashed the Ten Tails part.
Yeah.
I was thinking like I asked him like if Naruto was in. Wait, I told him about Dark Naruto. Y'all know the Dark Naruto from the Waterfall of Truth thingy?
Oh yeah. That one scene. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was thinking about what if the original Naruto lost and he just succumbed to like Dark Naruto? Like how powerful would a KCM 1 or KCM 2 Dark Naruto be?
I guess that's a good question. Honestly, I would deduce weaker because I feel like chemistry isn't perfect. It wasn't like true synergy, and like from a rational standpoint, you can't really prove that. But he'd be more like a what's the
he
guy?
He wouldn't be that effective. Like he'd be pretty strong because he's not going to be holding back the whole time. I'll give him that. But
yeah,
you know, or anything like that. But the problem is, like, we've seen a couple moments where Naruto gets bloodlusted, even against like Madara and Obito, like where he gets like really pissed off and he like charges at full, and he's still like not able to do anything. So
yeah,
it's like,
I feel like he'd still be above the majority of the verse, just not as graceful. Sure. I feel like he'd be like more raw, like power, kind of like
the right Kage, he would have just like bitched him. He would have literally like dodged his shit and just like fucking knocked his ass out, or even killed him if he was like.
Yeah, he would still be obviously pretty high caliber with the Nine Tails aiding him. But yeah, I think he'd be sloppier and more like raw, untapped, like ungraceful power. Kind of like yeah, like kind of like when he fought Orochimaru on the Tenkaichi Bridge. He'd be like that, like just powerful but still like untapped.
Look at Sasuke during the Five Kage Summit. You know what I mean? Like how he's being
kind of like that,
like,
yeah.
He's so like hateful, vengeful, and cold and whatnot. Like he's not calculated. He's not being smart. Like he's just wanting to smoke. You know what I mean?
Literally,
like,
that literally would be like Naruto, the equivalent of Naruto with the Nine Tails, just like untapped.
The Nine Tails would be interesting with like the
Nine Tails would be smart though. He'd still be smart, but
not only that, but I feel like because it is evil Naruto and the Kurama half that Naruto does have is evil. I feel like their personalities would kind of match to some degree, but in a way, I agree in terms of finesse. I think it would be inhibited.
They both would have hatred for the world.
I would say
the Nine Tails didn't fuck with the fucking.
There'd be way more collateral damage because Naruto wouldn't be mindful of others. He'd be like, "Fuck it, I'd be like, I'm blowing
the village,
Biju bomb the whole goddamn fucking battleground." Yeah, so yeah,
he probably would have killed all the Kage. Like that would have probably happened. He probably would have also got KCM or KCM 2 way earlier, because if he's already getting like hatred and evil and turning to the Nine Tails, and the Nine Tails, like, this is if it's willing to cooperate. Because to be fair, the Nine Tails only cooperated when he was able to like feel loved and acknowledged and respected in a certain manner.
Yeah, that really helped. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So there was that. So like, to be fair, it's interesting. We don't really know. Like it's like is only love the only way to make the Nine Tails, finally get his, whatever. But or if you are just like as dark as him, would he actually fuck with that? And that's the question. But regardless if it does or not, it's either Naruto can at least tap into it like Killer Bee in a sense, but it's not perfect. You know what I mean? Or he does have the same perfect, control. And then it's just gonna be really bad because, like, at that point, like, the fuck, who does anything?
Yeah, in a way, he kind of did that against Orochimaru. In a way, he kind of gave in to his hate. He's like, you know what, Nine Tails, take over. Yeah. It'll kind of be like that, except on a grander scale. But I think it'd be more powerful, obviously. A lot of collateral damage. We kind of saw that with only 4 Tails. Now imagine 9 Tails. Like, it'd be fucking city levels. 9
Tails would just be given like the free get out of jail card the whole time. Like, bet. And like the more he comes out, the more he can fully eventually break out of the seal too. And that's another thing. Like, what if Naruto just like does what he did in the Pain arc and he's about to just rip off the fucking seal and just doesn't give a fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but he could do that. Exactly. It's like it could go in many ways. It's either the Nine Tails just fully fucking shit up, or Naruto can control it to an extent like Killer Bee, or Naruto can get the same cooperation he had in the war arc. And if that's the case, like, everybody's they're done, bro. Unless you're Obito, Madara, or Nagato, or, people like that, like, you're just not doing
it. Yeah, you'd still be above the majority. But, you can feel free to call in again, Sir Goats. If there's no one on, we'll just bring you back up again, for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
Good questions, though. Yeah, definitely good questions.
Oh, wait. I got one more. Because recently I had started, like, day before yesterday, I had finally started to watch JJK.
Nice. Good. Yeah.
And my favorite, like, I only watched the first episode, but when Sakuna came out is when I contained my hype, because like Sakuna was like a badass, like, inside villain.
It's like the Nine Tails in a way.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then I was thinking, like, when he had came out and he was like, all right, where all the kids and the women at? And I was like, what if this was Madara? Like, what if he possessed Madara instead?
Oh God, it'd be unstoppable.
What a Madara gonna be?
Madara would probably let him take over. I mean, no, Madara's very prideful, but he's like, Sakuna, let's work together. Like, give me your power, we'll work together. I want the same thing you do, or whatever. It'd be really bad if someone like that got him.
Madara would probably outsmart Sakuna in the end. I'll probably give him that. Maybe
somehow, Genji to him, or
maybe figure out like how to like use some kind of binding vow like they use in JJK or some shit like that. And, like,
unless you think like Sakuna is built like Zetsu somehow, then I guess.
Yeah,
I was literally just thinking that.
Yeah, Sakuna and Madara are a lot of parallels, even personality-wise. They're very similar. Very
similar.
Aizen too, low-key.
Aizen, very egotistical. Obviously, they can back it up. They're like the most powerful.
Aizen is very, very similar to Sakuna.
Yeah, very calculated, very powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the demeanor is definitely there.
That would probably work well, or it could backfire because they're both like alpha males. They might actually butt heads. They'd be like, "Nah, fuck you. I'm gonna do things my way," and shit.
Literally.
So, it either work really well or it would work really bad. One of the two, but that would be crazy either way, to be honest.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah, but if you have any other questions, feel free to call in. We're gonna take the chat right now, but no one's in here, so we'll probably bring you back in if you have another question.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Appreciate the questions, man. Good questions for sure.
All
right, brother.
Peace.
All right. $2 from Kedra. Appreciate you, brother. Busta Rhymes with 50 Cent. 50 Cent all day, man. All day. He's a
all
man.
Day.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes is okay, but he never reached even the same stratosphere as 50 Cent. Not even close.
I don't think he has the same like pockets of like melodies that like 50.
Oh, absolutely not.
You know what I mean? Like,
not at all. Like 50 Cent
verses.
Like 50 Cent's body of work and his lyrical talent is just beyond Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is like a good feature. That's all he was really known for. He's a good feature. 50 Cent with his album, Get Rich or Die Trying, man, that's an all-time great album. I mean,
come on, you can't hate on that.
Can't hate on that. It's up there with the greatest albums of all time. Yeah.
This is random as fuck, because I know you guys talk about music, but why the fuck is Five Guys so goddamn expensive?
Five Guys? Oh, dude.
While.
It's good, but
I looked at one of their burgers, bro. That shit was like $13.
Yeah, dead ass. I remember when last time I went, I got like a regular ass double cheeseburger. It was like $8. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, dude, might as well just make your own.
Are like 11,
might as well.
13. Like, what the fuck?
It's bomb though, but it's expensive as shit.
Fry is like $8. Like,
oh my god. Yeah, definitely. It's really good too. Yeah, it's good, but it's fucking pricey as shit.
Yeah, very, very fucking good though. Yeah,
it's like
really
top
good food.
It's like top 3 like fast food. I don't really eat fast food like that, but it's up there. Yeah.
It's like a good thing to do, like the cheat meal, like Dwayne Johnson. You know what I mean? You have your days, whatever, and then fuck it.
Where would you scale Swag amongst the Kage? Is he beating Toriyama? Swag's omnipotent, so he'd beat all of them.
Oh yeah, Swag Kage. He's like, bro, the ramen guy. Like that was the ramen guy's student. So it's like
literally. Yeah, Swag.
Right? I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he transcends Naruto. I mean, he is Naruto. So literally, Seth Pedal Blast versus Kid Goku Kamehameha. Oh man, Seth Pedal Blast.
That's something. It's 4th dimensional, dude.
Yeah, Kid Goku transcends reality. So probably Goku. He'd overcome the pedophilia, probably.
Bro, he could rip the manga panels and talk to us. Like, what, bro? Like,
literally. Who's more iconic between Pikachu and Ash, Superman, Batman, Spiderman, Bugs Bunny, and Mickey Mouse? More iconic? Dude, Superman's been around for a century, man. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'd say Superman's probably number 1.
Overall, I'd say, Overall, currently probably Batman. Honestly, Spider-Man's huge right now too.
I'll say this: like, if I would have, I'm pretty sure if I would have Googled it, I think Superman is still winning statistically. I could be wrong though. Batman.
Yeah, he probably is. He probably is.
He might be, but say I'm wrong in that. What I do know for a fact is everybody talks about Batman way more than
everyone.
Superman.
He's more appealing. Superman's just like that god, perfect being that never does wrong.
He's just like a perfect god being, like unstoppable. You know what I mean? Like,
everyone and their sister knows who like Superman is. Like in terms of like being iconic, they're relative. But I would say, nonetheless, those two are like 1 and 2. They're interchangeable.
They're literally the only characters in literature probably bigger than them is like God and Satan. Literally.
Literally, yeah.
What's going on, Nayo? What's going on, Navinity? What's going on, guys?
Oh, what's up, man? How's it going?
What's going on, brother? Oh shit.
Yeah,
$2.
so I just looked it up, but Batman, basically in a simple consensus, Batman is more talked about, or people like him more in a sense. But like statistically of what's like winning the most sales or like the most like, comics wise, whatever, is Superman.
Yeah, it makes sense. The guy is just like he is like the archetype of a superhero in general, like literally.
Yeah.
You know, he's literally
and like look at the movie theaters too. Like Batman slammed the Superman movies. Like,
yeah,
fucking slammed.
Appeal wise today, definitely a Batman, I'd say.
Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse. That's an interesting one. Who
that's
an
interesting one.
Iconic out of those two.
Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is like synonymous with Disney itself. But Bugs Bunny is huge too.
Huge, bro. I mean, think of Space Jams and everything as well. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's big. Today, probably say Mickey, but overall probably Bugs. Like in history, I think Bugs. It's tough. Disney is synonymous with Mickey Mouse, but overall maybe Bugs Bunny. Because when Looney Tunes was the shit, like when before any of us were around, Bugs Bunny was the guy. Like he was that guy. So
I would say nowadays Pikachu is more like I don't know.
Yeah, today like, Pikachu
is so damn iconic now.
Super
but like
iconic.
in terms of chronological order, like obviously Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny have those two outbeat. So
yeah,
I think probably Pikachu.
So, like I was looking further into that too. Like it says basically both characters are like their iconic status is like legendary. Bugs Bunny had the main lead because like it was way back then, but basically Mickey has found more widespread success, so that makes sense.
Yeah, Disneyland. He's like synonymous with the company.
Yeah, like widespread, they're more successful, but like in a certain focus sense, basically Looney is Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. €2 from Steven. Appreciate you, brother. I think Mahito full potential might be Sakuna. Interesting theory. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? In my opinion, no. The gap is still preposterously large. Like Mahito chapters ago struggled with Yuji. He was barely learning like how to use certain abilities. But I see what you're saying. Full potential. Like Mahito's still evolving as well. I think he shows a lot of promise. Out of the cursed spirits, he shows the most promise in my opinion. Obviously, a couple of them are dead, but yeah. He shows the most potential.
Jay, did you see the Superman versus Goku death battle the third time they did it? I saw a short clip. It looked so good. I'm like, I gotta react to it.
Honestly, you should. It just comes down to so much. There's so much literature on Superman that it's almost impossible to make him lose. Like they use like.
That's the problem with Superman. He's just cracked.
So I wasn't surprised.
Him down. To make it contentious, honestly.
Yeah, they would have to bring Superman down to be like a certain like balanced composite version that can give Goku a higher extreme diff fight, but maybe he wins in the end type vibes.
Yeah,
because if you're just doing the most powerful, Superman is far beyond.
He's multiversal.
Goku's done. Yeah, like it's not even fair.
Cosmic Armor Superman's like fucking multiversal 60 or some crazy shit.
Like in the short clip I watched, they show the motherfucker like going into space, like after Goku goes Ultra Instinct, and he like is going through suns. I'm like, oh hell no, bro.
Oh hell no, he absorbed like
the man has suns. Yeah. Like that's some bullshit.
He absorbed like multiple suns, solar radiation, and he became like unbreakable.
He was in Prime. He went Superman Prime right when he
fucking folded him.
Yeah, it's over. Like
Goku doesn't have a chance against that.
Omnipotent, bro.
Yeah, like, literally.
That's not fair.
Nothing hurts the guy. Nothing. After a night at pub at a house party, I'm living my best life. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Steven. Appreciate the €2, brother. Superman and Batman are 1930s. Spiderman is early 1960s. Yeah, Superman and Batman were influential to the comic book universe. Period. Like it was not just DC.
Spiderman was legendary. Yeah, that's definitely a fact.
That was Stan Lee. Stan Lee is like the Bob Kane of Marvel. Bob Kane I think he's the guy that created like Batman and shit. Stan Lee is like the pioneer of Marvel. He is Marvel in a way.
Yeah.
But RIP to both of them.
That's a hard question, Jay. Who, if you had to pick out of the three, Superman, Batman, or Spider-Man, who do you pick?
Oh man,
I got Superman personally.
Yeah, like legacy-wise, probably Superman. My personal preference, Spider-Man. I don't like Superman as much as the other two, in my opinion, like subjectively.
That's my problem. Like it's when I say like who, if you could only watch one and enjoy.
Watch one. That's tough.
Bad. Yeah, I didn't mean like
probably Batman. There's more potential like for narrative with him. Superman is too fucking powerful, man.
Because I love Spider-Man, bro. Like I'm sorry, fuck Superman. I'll be alright without him. But like fuck it, I love him. Superman's going.
He's so fucking powerful.
Spider-Man and Batman, like that's my shit, bro.
Yeah, he's just too powerful. Like he just
vanilla.
Yeah, he just wins every time. Like I get it. Yeah, literally. So it's like Batman is like there's actual stakes at large here.
There's
like the guy
morality, there's philosophy, there's villains, there's emotional, then there's like triumph, there's obstacles, then there's moments where he's pure god goated mode. Like that, he's just such a complex, interesting character, and the story is always good, like really, really fucking good.
His humanity makes him more appealing.
And that too, his humanity, like the will to become stronger, to evolve, to get better, to never give up, to basically like to show in the initiative that like nothing's impossible, right? Like, if you want to fucking do it, you're gonna do it at the end of the day, or to even turn like your own trauma or your own like all the bad shit you've been through and to somehow formulate that into greatness, right?
Yeah.
Like there's just so much with Batman, and the same applies for Spider-Man.
Even Spider-Man,
so legendary.
Yeah, because
how would you guys rank the costumes? Like out of the three of those guys?
Costumes, that's a good question.
I say Spider-Man for the most part. I really like Spider-Man's costume. If we're saying all the suits, then I'm gonna say Batman, because Batman has crazy crack shit, like the Hellbat.
Yeah, Hellbat is dope as fuck.
Clean.
Yeah,
Hellbat looks clean, suits. Bro.
Yeah,
I would say mainstream suits.
Mainstream is Spider-Man.
Spidey, probably Spidey.
Out of all, I say Batman.
Yeah, Batman overall has obviously the best cool like.
He has
cool
so
suits.
many crazy suits. He has the Insider. He has like the stealth suit, badass.
Spider-Man, then Bats, then Superman. Superman, I mean, it's fucking basic now.
It's so basic.
$2 for Kendrick.
That's just really hard for me. Like I don't know. Like that bit's really, really hard. At the end of the day, like maybe because I'm just biased, but like I'll pick Batman at the end of the fucking day. That's just more that vibes to me way more in comparison with Spider-Man. But if it's between Spider-Man and Superman, I'm going with Spider-Man. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Kendrick, $2. Appreciate you, brother. You can pick only one album or 12-hour drive. That's a good question. 12-hour drive. Fuck, man. I would probably say probably Thank Me Later, Drake's album in 2011. I could listen to that for 12 hours. Yeah. If I had to choose any album.
Like if you're in a car, you're doing like a little drive to a state or some shit.
Yeah. I'm probably picking Dr. Dre's 2001.
Oh, that's a great album.
I can listen to that shit like back to back for sure.
Yeah, good, shit's fire.
Or Nevermind from Nirvana is a great one too.
Oh, it's fire. Yeah. Too bad they didn't have more time, but yeah, that shit was fire too. There's so many albums though, but yeah, Drake's Thank Me Later. I think I know every song on that shit. Like every single song is all fire. But I would say Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent. Speaking of 50, is another good one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's another good Eminem's Marshall Mather LP, the first one.
Oh, the LP,
yeah.
Let's be real. Most of Eminem's albums are fucking goated, bro.
Oh yeah, especially his original work.
Revival was the only one that was ass, but fucking.
Yeah.
And he even admitted it. He even admitted that shit was trash. But
he admitted it.
And the crazy thing is, Revival still did good numbers wise.
Yeah.
His worst shit. Illmatic
hard, but from Nas is a fucking.
Oh, that's a fire. Yeah, that's like a bit like in rap. That's like the Bible. That's what J. Cole calls Nas, the Bible.
Yeah, the Illmatic, bro. Yeah, that shit is fire. Back.
He said Nas wrote the Bible for a reason. Like literally, bro. That shit's fire. Yeah. That literally is like one of the Bibles of rap. Like the best albums of all time are up there. Like Nas's, 50's, Eminem's, Dre's.
Well, it's crazy too, because like back in the day, I think Nas was like hella young when they first made that album, and like he had producers from all over the country making beats for him to have that.
Nas was in his time. It seemed like he was that guy, man. Yeah, Prodigy. Literally, he was literally like
absolutely.
Everyone respected him. They still do. So he's up there, man. Could Jay survive 5 Nights at Freddy's? Oh shit. Probably not. Like everyone else, probably would die. I'd have to be very calculated. If I had prep time, maybe. If I don't get caught by those fucking things, but if I get caught, I'm fucked. Obviously. That'd be fucking creepy as fuck, man. Could Kakuzu survive the Cell games? It's raw durability, man. It's raw durability. What is Aizen's Bankai in your mind and doesn't run the Dragon Ball Gauntlet? His Bankai, if I had to deduce, oh my god, dude. It'd probably be some crazy ass cracked ass shit. Even his Zanpakuto is cracked. Imagine what his Bankai would be.
You did see Shinji's Bankai? Like, I thought it was kind of disappointing in my opinion.
Yeah, I expected more.
It's supposed to be similar.
Yeah,
so Aizen's though.
Who knows what it could be? Maybe it's like, could it run the Gauntlet? The thing is a speed. He just get blitzed by the higher ups, but I know what you mean. Like, could he use the Bankai? If he has relative speed, he could probably deal with most people, but obviously he doesn't, so he'd get blitzed by the higher ups in Dragon Ball verse. But Gojo versus Goku. Oh my goodness. I think who did a video on this recently? 6. I need to check that out, by the way. Did a video on that. I'll say this: Goku, his AP is preposterous. He could last forever. Gojo uses minimal resources with his cursed energy. Infinity is obviously a very useful, but he's going to need it because if he doesn't, he's getting blitzed like instantaneously. So that has to be on for him to even have remotely any kind of shot. Honestly, I don't see him hurting Goku or being able to even catch Goku. It would result in an immovable object meets an unstoppable force, and eventually that object will no longer be immovable because eventually Gojo will run out. Like against Sakuna, for example. Because if you look at the Sakuna fight, he was actually running out of cursed energy because Sakuna was such a powerhouse that Gojo had to pull out the big guns. He used multiple domain expansions. He had to keep healing I think it's the prefrontal cortex of his mind with reverse cursed energy, with reverse cursed technique to heal his mind from all the usage. Well, what happened is Goku.
Very taxing. Sakuna could do that easily.
So imagine what Goku would do. Like he's just too powerful for the guy. His infinity would run out eventually. He's just too powerful. Gojo would use everything he has, and wouldn't even catch Goku, let alone actually hit him. So yeah, it would be Goku more than likely.
Not even in base.
Not only that, even if like
even in base, fuck no.
Yeah, and that's if we go that direction. If you even think like Goku could just somehow break through it because of just raw power, like just how somehow, even though Sukuna does it with hacks, but if you think Goku could just do that with power somehow or whatever, like then he's just done either way. Like no matter what, it doesn't look good for him.
Yeah, if I'm being objective, domain expansion wouldn't even work because he has no cursed energy. Like Toji, for example, you can't use cursed domain expansion on him because he has no cursed energy for the domain expansion to triangulate. Yep. So none of that shit would work if we're being like really technical. If you want to presuppose it would.
That shit works like genjutsu is what you're saying, Jay?
Yeah, like if you have cursed energy, it does work. Toji, you couldn't use it against him. I think it was Maki actually. They tried to use domain expansion on him, but it didn't work on her because she has no cursed energy. But if you presuppose it does work, then obviously it might work against Goku. Unlimited Void might work, but because it's infinite.
That's pretty fucking. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Because infinite, it's literally infinite information being like input into your senses until like your mind starts to like go blank. Kind of like against Jogo, he did the same thing, and Jogo was like.
I don't think Goku could deal with that. Well, like, does he have any infinite scaling? I don't remember.
You could technically say his speed or his AP, but I don't think infinite. I don't think unlimited void would. I think if he is susceptible. That might get him. But if I mean technical, he would blitz Gojo.
If he gets caught in it, though.
Yeah, he would never get caught. I mean,
it's not like the main expansion. Like
that's the problem. He just want to get caught.
Yeah, it does.
Limited area.
It's limited area.
If he got caught, then I could probably see. Yeah, like it'd be like
because even Sakuna against Gojo, there was a radius that the others perceived Gojo could escape. They're like, oh, if it only consumes this location. Gojo's fast enough to outrun it. So if he's fast enough to outrun domain expansion, Goku easily would fucking get out of that.
Easily.
Easily.
And now thinking about it though, like fucking when it comes to Gojo, like his shit basically is Tsukiyomi in a sense.
In a way, he literally did, yeah. Like you're fucked.
Infinite void thing in a way, yeah.
Like Sakuna versus Gojo is interesting because their domains clashed. Apparently, it was very. I have to reread that fight, but there's so much shit that you miss if you don't read it carefully. It's very interesting, honestly. Yeah, a bunch of shit, man. But yeah, Goku would blitz him.
Like, isn't the domain shit like an arm wrestle type thing? Like
and if you get caught in it and you have cursed energy, they're guaranteed to hit you. Like there's no way to escape. Like you're getting a inevitable blitz basically. If you have cursed energy, if you don't, like Maki,
unless you built like Gojo, because when that one volcano dude does his shit on Gojo, he still dodges it.
Literally, like it never reaches him. Yeah. Even Goku fanboys like.
I was just gonna say, like, what about instant transmission? Like, let's say, like even though there is infinity there, but the technique itself allows you to instantly, like, manifest yourself towards the location you're choosing.
If you interpret Sakuna's explanation of how he killed Gojo, you could argue that maybe Goku could just instant transmission within the space, because the way Sakuna explained it when he adapted Mayorga, he said, "I'm not really hitting Gojo. I'm hitting the space that he inhabits, and that's why I got him." Mayorga adapted to that. So if you kind of interpret it a certain way, you could argue that Goku could just teleport into the space that he is dwelling in and then kill him that way. There's an argument to be had there. Yeah. Let's see. I'm picking Batman because I love super detectives.
Was only able to do it because of hacks. Like he could somehow, some way tap into that space and hit it.
Yeah, literally. So Goku, there's a theoretical possibility he could do that. He could just literally just teleport inside of the space that Infinity inhabits. So, there's a series of videos analyzing where someone could realistically try to hide and survive a night on Friday Nights at Freddy's. I recommend watching those. Yeah.
Oh my God, Gil's in here, Jay.
Oh shit. He can call him if he wants.
Oh shit.
I like Naruto. Like Naruto clothing kind of represented their powers in a way. Yeah. Sasuke was like the more dark, brooding character with the blue, the black. Naruto was more flamboyant and outgoing, orange.
Tobirama.
Yeah. So that's a good observation. That is true. Shame that Trevor's unlikely to have a speaking role in GTA 6. His voice actor had a massive falling out with Rockstar. Really? Oh shit.
Damn.
Trevor's voice is too iconic to replace. In a way, though, they don't really bring characters from past games into the new one. Like, think, for example, the main guy from GTA 4 wasn't anywhere to be seen in 5. So in a way, it's like
exactly.
Like I get it. Like Trevor, Michael, Franklin, they're like extremely iconic, but where was the other guy from 4? He wasn't even there.
Nico Bellic, whatever.
Yeah, Nico. Yeah, exactly. He
was
never there. So.
Yeah.
And Hashirama versus Minato is literally the hydrogen bomb versus copying baby meme, basically. But yeah, folks, any questions at all you may have? Any questions at all? And by the way,
join, folks.
Feel free to call in. Just raise your hand as well. We'll bring you in. Haters will welcomed as well. Again, just don't troll because you're getting banned. But you can come in and you can critique. That is okay. Everything's okay except trolling, spamming racial slurs. Everything else is fine. So.
Yep. Yeah, so Gil, if you're gonna come in here, no like F words, being homophobic, blah blah, the whole nine, bro. Relax.
Yeah,
relax.
Yeah, folks. Any questions at all? Either. JJK, more JJK is coming. For sure. I enjoyed kind of like doing that rant on Gojo's death. The scaling is just really cool. I really, really enjoy it. It's more blatant and in your face. Like Gege, the author, makes sure to like make it clear who's the best, who's not, stuff like that. It's very clear and concise. So that's why I really like JJK. Honestly, it's very unique. Some of the best power scaling systems I've ever seen are in JJK.
Great pacing as well.
Yeah, especially now. Great pacing. Yeah, folks. Any questions at all? Appreciate the donations so far, though. Kedrick, Steven, appreciate you guys. We'll go for another hour or so. The chat's doing well. And we're going to switch to another stream, which will start right after this one, where Combat Sports fans can tune in. We'll still answer your questions, by the way, so feel free to ask questions just like this. Just when the fights come on, obviously we're going to be, watching the fights. But
tuned in, man.
Yeah, we're going to be tuned
in.
Not
gonna lie, actually, I fuck with this call-in show chat thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah, definitely.
Better than YouTube. Shit.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we even invite haters, folks. So if they don't come, it's just it is what it is, There's actually a decent amount of GTA 4 characters in 5. They're just either optional or don't have much screen time. I know there's like a Nico thing, like a Easter egg or some shit. But yeah, they're not really in the game though. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's cool.
To be fair with the hater shit, Jay, is like what's hilarious is they'll talk so much shit to you, like in your comments, elsewhere, server, whatever, but they won't ever come in here, bro.
Yeah, I'm inviting you, literally inviting you to come in.
The only ones that have actually had balls was Weeb.
Yeah, I give him that. The guy had guts to do that. Him and
that's hilarious, audacious.
Yeah, he got slammed, but he had guts to come in here, man. I tell him that.
Like the only one that got balls, bro.
Yeah, and there was another guy, I don't know who he is, but I remember he was talking shit about Tobam. He didn't really talk shit. It was more of a debate, but
yeah, it's more of a That's it.
Besides that, never really been a hater.
But to be real quick to talk shit and everywhere else, but not come down when it comes to it.
Yeah, literally.
Keyboard warriors, man.
Like we're inviting you. Please come in. Yeah, literally. But yeah, folks, any questions at all? We've tried to debate you in a call-in. Yeah, long ago he did. We're not talking about a Weeaboo Warrior, by the way. We're talking about someone else. We're talking about this one guy named Weeb. Yeah. Weeaboo Warrior is dope. I actually like him. He's cool.
Yeah, Weeaboo Warrior is one of the goats. So.
Yeah, he's cool. This other guy named Weeb, he was like trying to come in. I think he debated about Sasuke versus Naruto. It's
about Sasuke and Naruto. He was like, why is Sasuke stronger? Or not,
And I was like, go read the fucking manga. I'm not your fucking.
He's like,
reference tool.
It's just stated. Naruto needs a Nine Tails power. And he's like, no, it's not stated.
I'm like, dude, go read it. He literally fucking states it himself. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like, he comes in there. He's like, hello, son.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he had balls. He was funny. I gotta give him that. He was funny.
He was funny.
Do you think Hokage Kakashi could beat Obito in the Nine Tails attack? Hokage Kakashi? If you take the novels as canonical, yeah, you would beat him. If not,
that fucking accent and everything, Jay.
That shit was hilarious, man. Yeah, he's actually. If he wanted to do YouTube, he'd do well because he's hilarious, honestly. Aiden Ross looks stupid. Moral grandstanding Destiny over the suicide bomb comment when he approved his community exposing Destiny's address. Oh yeah, you're talking about that moment where Aiden Ross and Destiny got very personal on some guy's fucking podcast. I don't know who it was, but they're saying some fucked up shit. Like Destiny was talking about like fucking Muslims, and Aiden was calling him the F word and all kinds of shit, talking about his wife leaving him. It was some pretty cruel shit.
Damn.
Yeah, that's hard, bro.
They both were talking.
Wait, but what did Destiny say to fucking?
I think it started with they were kind of flexing on each other. Aiden's like, dude, I'm rich and I'm half your age, and at least my girl didn't fucking leave me. And then Destiny's like, dude, your girl left you and does OnlyFans. You're a fucking loser. There's a bunch of weird shit they were saying to each other.
Damn.
Yeah, they both were talking shit though. So I don't see anyone in the wrong.
How you gonna talk shit about someone's girl when your girl does OnlyFans and leaves you? The fuck?
So in a way, they both had ammo.
Destiny's girl didn't do OnlyFans and all this other bullshit. Like, sure, she definitely was a red flag, chick. But whatever. But even Myron called that shit. He called it from the get go.
Literally. But in a way, they both had ammo on each other.
He didn't shit on him for. He didn't dog him. At the end of the day, it sucks. It's fucked, and those are just lines you don't cross once again.
Yeah, in a way, I don't see anyone in the wrong because they both went really far. So in a way, it's like eye for an eye.
That's extreme, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. But they both went too far. It's low key.
Who started it, though?
I think watching it, I think it was Aiden. I think he started it.
Okay.
Yeah, but they both went. They both went with it. We was the goat. Yeah, low key. So many decent scalers are Tobam tards. It's astounding. Yeah, man. Tobam is just a guy that's very misunderstood.
Let's be real. I'll say this. Tobirama, he is a very likable character. You know what I mean? So it's like when
dope,
people like the character, he's goated in that aspect. And when they like a character and he's popular in a sense, Flying Raijin, very intelligent. He has the most goated drip style ever too. The coat and everything. Yeah. He's pretty fucking cool. I mean, so it's like when people like the character, they appeal emotionally and ignore the entire fucking narrative, etc.
Yeah, I don't.
They just want to they just want to bullshit, be sophist, rat, whatever, be dishonest, and act like this motherfucker is a god when it's blatantly shown otherwise.
Yeah, it's either one way or the other. They either think he's above Jubito or they think he's ass. I just try to scale anyone in general as objective as I can, regardless of how much I like him. So.
He's bare minimum, whether if you think he's low Kage or mid Kage, that is where he's at. He's not AI Kage. He's not built like Hashirama, Madara. He's not built like, you know what I mean?
That's
fucking
not Jubito,
and all these other fuckers.
No.
Especially not Jubito.
Yeah. To be frank,
it's just crazy.
To be frank, maybe they don't have a mic and can only talk shit via text. Oh no, these guys have a mic, man. Most of these haters do have a mic.
No, they got mics. Yeah, they got.
Oh, they got a mic these days.
They just don't have the guts to come in here. Destiny's girl was fucking other men. That might be worse than OnlyFans. I mean, they're both bad. Both bad.
She was?
Yeah, Destiny's girl. They have a Destiny and his girl had a open relationship on both sides. Yeah.
Oh, they were open. What the fuck? And, he was asking to get a divorce.
Yeah, and he's bi, I think. So yeah, and I think Destiny's bi, so they would do guys together and shit. I don't know.
That's rule number one. If you have an open relationship, you're just asking to have issues down the road, bro.
Yeah, especially
I know all that. That's interesting.
Yeah, Destiny's cool and all, but
you're competing with some other fucking buffoons for your chick basically the whole time. You know what I mean? The mindset, you name it, with how girls are and women are. So it's
speaking of red pill,
you want to have that stress? It's already enough to.
Yeah, another thing that happened with Fresh and Fit, Myron brought on this one host, Sky Bree. She's a fucking thought. Does OnlyFans. Her boyfriend came on, and he told him straight up, your girl's a whore. She's gonna leave you. And he actually defended her and shit. And then Myron was right. Sky Bree ended up breaking up with him. And the guy went on someone else's podcast and talked shit about Fresh and Fit. I'm like, why are you talking?
They always leave, Jay. They always fucking leave.
He's like, oh, she called her.
Chick leaves. Bro.
He called my girl a hoe. I'm like, she is a hoe. She gets pounded on fucking the internet. What are you talking about, bro? It's the truth. She's a fucking whore.
It's sad, bro.
And it's
fucking simp.
She's not because it's her job, so therefore it doesn't. It's like, bro, what the fuck is she doing? She's
any one of us could any one of us could Google and see her asshole. I'm like, bro, she's a whore. I'm sorry. What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, oh my god.
Anybody, bro. It doesn't even matter if you're a girl. You could be a guy, whatever. It's the same shit. You're a fucking, whatever.
You're a whore. It is what it is.
Literally, you're.
Make your money, but you're a whore.
Back then, it was illegal. It was prostitution, the whole nine, whatever. Now it's if you can make money with it, now it's okay. I don't want to hear it, bro.
What's baffling to me is Destiny isn't he has some notoriety. He is someone who has reputation as content creator, if you will. So it's
he's intelligent too.
He has status, and it's a man of his caliber is still substandardizing himself to women like that. Whereas any man
that has a brain would not.
In a general sense, absolutely, right? It's you would ask him, hey, would you date a woman who does OnlyFans? Odds are they're going to say no. But it's like here
bro,
we are.
Shinobi and fucking what's it called? And Jay, like not only what's even worse about it is the fact that like I swear to God, like that every time I saw this chick with him or like there, she was always bitching him, like dogging him or being the alpha every time. Like like the way she would speak to him, the fucking like I was like, oh hell no, like,
no respect.
Girl do OnlyFans, bro. Then you're not wearing.
There's no respect, man.
There was no respect, basically. Yeah, I was like, bro, no way. Like, you know how many girls are out there that like
holy shit
better than her and want to be with you?
Yeah, $100 for fucking Sir Goats. Holy shit! Sir Goats made a hell of a comeback, man. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that a lot, man.
Hey Jay, we got haters in main chat right now.
Oh shit! Let me see.
Tell them to call in, bro. You know,
call in.
We're ready. Yeah. Raise the hand.
Look at main chat. They're just talking. It's like get in here, bro.
Yeah, you're. Wait, I think he's in the audience. Call in, buddy.
Literally,
say it to my face. Talking shit there. Come say it to my face.
Like they're all scared. They just sit in the little keyboard in their mom's basement. You know, they type in, they're sweating. You know, like.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, bro, that's hilarious.
He's in the fucking thing too. Like, say it. Just come and say it on the fucking stage, pal. Say it with your chest. But yeah, let's go to the circles. I really appreciate that, brother. $100, fucking goat, man. Appreciate that. Let's say Dr. Strange made a mistake and took Naruto away from the Ishii fight and sent him to the Dragon Ball verse, and he arrived during the Cell tournament. Would he beat Perfect Cell? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I don't think he would be able to defeat someone with infinite ki who doesn't really fatigue. Naruto would fatigue quick. Let's say the best chance is if we highball the guy. Let's say he's galaxy level. Let's say he is. That's like a high ball. He might press Cell for a while, but if you can't kill the guy, which is very difficult to do, you have to destroy him on a molecular level. He'll continue to dwindle until his scaling and his power level will lower and lower, and Cell does not fatigue. And so eventually he would overpass Naruto anyway, and then he'd fold him after that. I mean, it would be a competition.
So built like Sage Kabuto, bro. That motherfucker got infinite.
Hey, the guy left. The guy was in the call that was talking shit on the chat.
He's
left.
doing racial slurs as well.
Bro. They're all bitches.
Yeah. He's doing racial slurs. I'm like, come on, bro. That's pathetic.
Like I said, man, most of the guys that talk shit are fucking pussies. So being dead ass.
I think you would agree though, Jay. I think Baryon mode Naruto is like at least above Solar System.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's like with Cell, like you're saying though, like you know, his universe is obviously bigger than Naruto's, and so it's like that really wouldn't equivalent.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
With them. And,
in a way, like you said, even though
Baryon mode Naruto would be stronger than Solar System, it wouldn't amount to like 7 times what Cell is, for instance, right? So I think it wouldn't be enough per se to actually win the battle.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like you said, you said, the universe is even different in size. So like you said, Solar System in the Dragon Ball verse probably isn't the same as the Naruto verse. In fact, it's probably more impressive to be Solar System in that respective universe than as opposed to Naruto. So you're right. Yeah, definitely that would probably even make Naruto scale even lower, to be honest. So yeah, the odds are against him. Even if you highball the guy, that's still not enough. Like even if you highball him to Galaxy within that respective universe, he would even be Galaxy in the Naruto in the Dragon Ball universe because they're bigger on average because of the universe itself is larger than ours.
Yeah, Cell's a beast too. He has so many abilities. He has
oh my god, dude!
Energy. I mean,
infinite ki, regeneration.
Super smart.
Yeah, he's a monster. Yeah, so Naruto would more than likely lose that.
I can't remember. It's been so long. Doesn't he have an ability where, like, if he like absorbs you, he gets like more powerful too, or some shit?
That's how he absorbed the androids.
Absorption. Yeah, that's how he got more powerful. Yeah.
So imagine he just absorbs somebody, you know, that's strong.
He has Solar Flare. He has the clones from Tien. He has instant transmission. I mean, the guy is just like
he's cracked.
Yeah, he's just cracked, bro. Like,
I'm a Texas guy on the main channel. He said we always use ratty. We're ratty. I'm gonna come prove it. I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Oh no, I really like tagged him too. Like he got only a certain amount of time, bro, because like he's over here posting like some racist shit too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, I'm not about that. Yeah.
If you have the balls to say it, come and say it.
Yeah, literally, bro.
I appreciate the $100 though, brother. That's really goat shit right there. This deserves more of these. You definitely deserve it, brother. Sure goats. Highly appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir, goat.
Yeah, Myron has Homelander levels of insecurity and emotional problems. I don't think so. I actually think he's pretty stoic, in my opinion, but no, agree to disagree. Speaking of Red Pill,
well.
Yeah, like he deals with these hoes every day, like fucking these dumbass hoes on this shit every day, and he doesn't like kick them out as often. Speaking of Red Pill guys, you see Myron trying to fight Iba to fight him. Female energy, if you ask me. To be fair, Aba and Preach have made like over a dozen videos on Fresh and Fit. So in a way, I think Myron's trying to settle it the best way possible, which is his physical conflict. Obviously, a gentleman way. He wants to box him, like actually get in a boxing ring, which I think is better than just talking shit through videos. If I'm being honest. That's not female energy. If someone's been talking shit, you'd want to scrap. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. That's not female energy. Female energy is continuing to keep it online and video after video after video, you know? So I agree. A video with 300k views made a point so blatantly brain dead it made me black-pilled when I got to the part in my response. How does a dimwit get so much positive attention? Honestly, man, there are many factors. There's shock value. Some guys just say fucked up shit and it gets views. There's just some guys are just entertaining and not very intelligent. There's guys on YouTube like that. I'm not gonna say any names. There's many factors. You could not be like, Stephen Hawking and still do well on YouTube. You don't need to be intelligent. You can have other factors, entertainment value, shock value. Even going against the grain has some sort of marketability on YouTube. So I see what you mean, though. Definitely. Let's see. Reconciliation.
It's crazy how the most like ridiculous things become viral nowadays. Like I don't know, like the Barbie, bad Barbie, right? Or freaking
exactly.
Guys. Like these guys make so much money off one little like highlight of fame, and it's all it really takes, man. So it's like you never really know until you put yourself out there, you know.
Exactly. It's such a volatile sort of market when it comes to influence. Like you can have influence in many, many ways. There isn't one sort of like pragmatic model for it. So
yeah.
I paid for the PS Plus Deluxe subscription to see the classic catalog, and goddamn, all the games sucked. I've only played 3 dozen PSP games. So I'll do a shout out to PSP. This shit was heat. They were good.
Lit, yeah.
I used to love playing Vice City on that.
By the way, because he's not joining. So
pussies, just like most of them. Yeah, if you want to talk shit, please come in. Like you had your chance, pal.
And once again, there's rules. You can't be fucking being racist the whole 9, whatever.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, bro. What the fuck? Let's see. I haven't even tried the PS. I know there's a lot of old games because PS5 has high compatibility. So I know there's a lot of old games that you could play on there. I need to check that out too, actually.
Remember Twisted Metal, dude? I used to love that game.
Oh, that was a great game. PS5 has a lot of shit. I've been I glimpsed a little bit at the store and what's available. There's a lot of old games that you could actually play. It's actually kind of cool. I've seen so much downplaying my Boo Naruto. On my Boo Naruto, motherfuckers actually think Yuji was better than. Oh hell no, hand to hand. Yeah, Naruto would fold him. Even he doesn't need Baron mode. He doesn't even need KCM. He would fold him in base. Fold Yuji in base. Yeah, that's not a competition.
That's not a discussion. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy I'm responding to is editing and comedy merchant. His editing skills are good and his jokes are decent, but he's brain dead when it comes to story. Yeah, comedy. I mean, comedy's meant to offend though in a way. But yeah, I see what you're saying. And comedy itself is meant to offend. Yeah, but that's true. The art is in the eyes of the beholder. So one thing might be funny to you, might not be funny to the next man.
I'm just being blatantly honest. Like Jay couldn't have said it any better. Like, think about this. You know what I mean? If you have a guy that's doing some fucked up shit or saying some fucked up shit, even if like you like know it is or you don't necessarily even want to laugh about it, 9 out of 10 times everybody's gonna laugh and be like, "God damn!" You know what I mean? Like it just brings out that either that awkward laugh or like that inevitable laugh type vibes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Compared to a person that's really, really just trying to be funny, and that's either a hit or miss, right? It boils down to skill, your personality, whatever. So it's like the safest route, and that guarantees the most success is being offensive. That's just how comedy is.
Yeah. I almost forgot, Sir Goats. I highly apologize. I'm gonna put your shit on the screen ASAP, brother. Put that shit on the screen ASAP. My apologies, brother. Highly appreciated, brother. Let's see where we at. Here we go. $100 from Sir Goats. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see here. Unless she's pregnant, a woman saying "I want a man to provide" is the most cringe shit ever. Bitch, go get a job. I disagree. I think biologically, this is just biological instincts men and women have. Men want to provide. Women want to nurture. They want security. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with the girl wanting to get a job. I think it's fine.
Even girls that are like financially stable, like have degrees, or even very wealthy, whatever. Even they want
to date up.
Nurture.
Yeah,
and like they want to date up. They want like a high tier guy, right? And then they also want to like still like nurture and and still do like either certain traditional aspects. You know what I mean? And whatnot. Like at the end of the day, a girl, they really, really care for what they can obtain from someone else. That's like always their priority. It's what they can receive.
Even
how they can feel.
That's why Fresh and Fit is
they just want to protect, provide, and just enjoy life in that capacity.
And that's why Fresh and Fit is doing as well as it does, because they've brought on women from all walks of life. OnlyFans hoes, actual educated women. They all want the same. They want to date up. All of them. They all do. Not just the nasty hoes that do OnlyFans, but actual educated women, like women that are classy. They actually want the vast majority have the same sort of standard. They want a guy that makes more. They all want like taller guy,
men, 6 foot,
6 foot,
6 figures,
6 figures,
$100,000 or $1 million.
Yeah, it goes for men as yeah. I mean, men also want to date up too. Like we want like a attractive women or
literally.
Like, not necessarily like up in that regard. They
don't necessarily want like a very like successful woman.
You want a bad bitch.
Money either.
But they want a hottie.
Yeah. Sure. We all want that. I don't think it's cringe to say that either. Like just how it's not cringe for men for women to.
What Shinobi's saying too. Then there could be like it's like the second more than likely go to where if they are successful, then like they're more than likely are a bad bitch too, so that's why they'll more than likely do it too. But you got to be careful with the successful ones, because whenever a woman is successful, it's just, and this is for anyone, even with a guy, it's natural competition, right? Egos are in place. They're both performing. They both can be independent. It's going to cause more confliction.
The thing is, because when you are a high earner, woman or man, you're gonna be predestined to have more masculine traits. To make money, it takes certain characteristics like. Non-agreeable, high drive, dominant, and if you have a high earning man, high earning woman, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because they have similar characteristics, and it'll result in like clashing of heads. That's why high earners don't really date that well if they're dating each other. It is what it is.
Men will more than likely do it. I'm just being real. It's not right, but men will more than likely even be with a woman like that just to get some sex, and then they're gone because they don't want to put up with that. They don't want the stress.
There's a difference between sexual attraction and relationship attraction. Like a girl, if she's bad, no matter how much money she makes, she's gonna have sexual attraction. But to have relationship attraction, you'd have certain traits for higher earner men. Like they want loyalty, submissiveness.
Like bro, the main priority is like what you both said, like perfectly. They want a bad bitch. They want the chick that's very submissive or very loyal, that's not gonna be fucking around, cheating or causing problems or stressing you out or bitching to you 24, like the whole fucking night. Like they want simple, normal shit.
Yeah,
I mean that's it.
We don't have a long ass list, man.
Yeah, we really don't.
And that's why it's so easy for men to get attracted to women who fit those criteria, because like it's just like they're attractive, they're a good person. Okay, cool, I'm attractive. It's just like that's where it kind of becomes a competition, is because like there's a lot of men who see what you see on a very fundamental basis, and so this woman is getting all the attention in the world that she needs, and for women, attention is like sex in a way. You know what I mean? So it's like
literally,
if they have all the attention in the world and they don't have to do anything for it, then they're just going to keep like exercising those options. You know what I mean? You can't really blame them for that.
Oh, $5 from Kedrick. Appreciate you, brother.
Just be careful who you're attracted to.
Basically. I would say this.
There's pros and cons. That's basically what we're getting at. There's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah. And what Myron, what Myron and those guys do, they give you a pragmatic model on the best chances of success. They're not saying, oh, you should have 4 wives. You have to. No, they're giving you the statistics of the dating marketplace, and it's up to you to traverse through it how you want to. The best odds for success is if you yourself become better, make more money, get in shape, regardless of
whatever you want. What makes you happy, but you got to understand reality is a thing, and there's pros and cons. And if you're going into a certain algorithm, even if that may make you happy, but let's say that's what you want, whatever, like whether if it's OnlyFans chick or whatever, this and that, yada yada. I'm telling you right now, consistently it's shown of what occurs, et cetera, and that's what you're dealing with.
Yeah. So $5 from Kedrick. If all the movie Avengers had a free for all, who would win and who is the dark horse? Oh, you mean like the MCU? If we're taking Avengers 1, probably Hulk. If we're taking like Endgame Avengers, probably Thor. Probably if it's all 1-on-1, because Hulk was a bitch in that movie. And the dark horse, probably Scarlet Witch. She's a dark. She's fucking powerful. She almost
such a bitch in fucking Avengers 1.
She almost killed. She almost killed Thanos, but he sacrificed his own fleet to stop her. Like he dropped the entire fleet on the battlefield. She almost killed him because she was bloodlusted.
She was folding him, bro.
Yeah, she was bloodlusted and almost killed him. So she'd be the dark horse. So yeah. What are you hoping for?
Groaning in pain and everything. Like she immediately started subduing him, was fucking him up, making him be in so much pain. He's like yelling, that was the closest, and he's like.
Yeah, that's the closest he got to dying. Besides when Thor missed his head in Infinity War, that's like the closest he got to losing. What are you hoping for in GTA 6, online or single player? Honestly, I'm more excited for the online. I mean, I'm gonna play a single player like story mode, but I'm more excited for the online. Yeah,
I play the online. I mean, I play the single player maybe once. To be honest, and then it's online after that for sure.
Literally, I'm gonna be grinding on that shit.
Because it is funny as fuck, and obviously it does have some really fun play value. But the online is the main peak of it. That's where,
especially GTA 6.
That's where it's really even for content creation. Nobody's gonna be over here just to play for Let's Play. Nah, they're gonna want to do it for online. Get some funny ass videos.
Yeah,
so fun.
It's so funny, dude. Yeah.
The thing is, people are saying that them with no powers, but the thing is, even with no chakra, Naruto tanked his own chakra that calculated the multi-continental. Dude, yeah, Naruto in base would still fuck up Yuji. It wouldn't even be a competition, even in base.
Yeah, dude.
It really depends on the joke. There's a difference of slinging slurs and actually making a joke and punchline. Yeah, but what can be considered to slurs to one man can be considered a joke to the other. So it depends on the person too.
It's all subjective.
Yeah, the guy I'm responding to.
You got like black comedians like. Be saying certain things about black people, whatever, like their own, own kind or whatever, yada yada. Or even someone that's white, and they're saying shit, and yet everybody's dialogue, whatever. Like it's blatantly subjective, and it depends on the audience. And once again, back to the whole offensive thing with comedy. But then again, but it's a catch too, because it's like like if there's sensitive people, right? Whatever, or they take it to the full extent, or like, oh yeah, now it's like pure racism or whatever, even though that's not the intention. Like that what people don't understand is a distinction between attention and the joke itself.
That's a good point, though, Batman.
Yeah, it boils down to your perception of it, and that's the main issue. So
it reminds me of like Gabriel Iglesias. Like he always makes like those jokes about him being like overweight, right? It's like it kind of lightens the mood because he is suffering from the things that he's like making jokes of. So it's like these comedians do have morality, and it makes it easier for them to joke about things about themselves or what characters or personalities, whatever it may be. So it's like at the end of the day, it might be fucked up, but if the person is going through the same things that they're making fun of, then it's easy to laugh to, right? It lightens the aura. So I totally get what you mean, though.
Yeah, basically comedians, the good ones at least, are in the real world, they're literal comedic reliefs, because what they do is they bring lighthearted nature to basically to mundane reality. Like something like, for example, like you said, Gabriel Iglesias with being overweight. In the mundane regular world, it's tough to deal with that, to lose the weight, but he brings a lighthearted sort of kind of perspective of it. And there's other guys.
Reality. I mean, it's
Chappelle,
Hart, it's not like they're being forced the whole way to be bullied and discriminated. You know what I mean? Or like it's like they're there to like feel a release, to laugh with it, be like, oh, fuck me, and vibes. You know what I mean?
And inevitably, comedy. There's always a risk of offending someone, but that's part of the game. That's just part of it, and that's why comedy has been around since the beginning of time. There's always been jesters.
They make money off that shit.
Yeah, there's been jesters. There's been jesters since the beginning of time, because comedy's always been appealing to humanity. So even today. So let's see. Bro even dodged light speed while sick and didn't even take that shit seriously in one of those light novels. Oh yeah, light novels, crazy shit. Women just want 10 inches. Honestly, I think women want, if we're being objective, no homo, they want in between like 6 and 8. I think 8+, that's like gonna hurt them, to be honest.
10 inches, bro? That's
that's a fucking ruler, dude.
I know many girls that like actually don't like fucking long dicks or whatever.
Yeah, 6 to 8, you're good. I think 6 to 8 is like the primarily optimal size for women, no homo. But beyond 8, it's like gonna hurt them. That's too much.
Like if you look into the biology, like I don't know if you guys know or anything, what's it called? But girls are just like us. Like guys have different sizes, girls have different sizes for their pussies. Like it's the same shit.
So, yeah, and I would say most women, like if it's too big, first of all, you can't fit all the way in. It's just gonna hurt.
And then 2, it's gonna hurt them. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sir Goats. You can't. Yeah.
Sir Ghost versus Alexa in a donation battle. I think you guys are pretty close. You know, Alexa's been pretty goated as well. But you guys are definitely in a donation battle for sure. You guys are both goats.
We're gonna power scale this shit.
For real, right?
Isn't it obvious that women would prefer someone to be more successful than be with a loser? Yeah, it is obvious. But people, for some reason, 100%. In modern progressive sort of left-wing society, that's like to be demonized. Like, oh my God, how dare you go with a winner? Like, what's the problem with that? Like, just like how guys don't. Yeah, just like how guys don't want a fat bitch, I could say that. I don't want a fat chick. It is what it is. And girls don't want a broke-ass loser. Nothing wrong with that. I don't see a problem with that at all.
Jay, look at all the big boys. You know what I mean? Like, they got girls all over them.
They're all bad.
They got all kinds of options. You know, like, bro. Like,
yeah, you don't see Michael B.
reality, bro.
You don't see Michael B. Jordan dating Lizzo. Why? Because she's nasty. Nasty ass fat ass. Like, he doesn't want that. Like, and you don't see Sofia Vergara dating a fucking bum. Because she wants high value man. She's dating fucking the guy that played Deadpool and fucking well, he was gonna play Deadpool in the DCEU. I forgot his name, the actor's name. Joe something.
Ryan Reynolds?
He has like a weird last name. I forgot what his name is, but yeah. So that just kind of displays and illustrates when you do have that sort of pull, man or woman, you're gonna go for the best you can get. You know.
Now, I'll be honest. There are rare exceptions or uncommon exceptions where there's girls that
extremely
just
rare.
Fuck it all.
And guess what? They usually don't work out. Like Ariana Grande, for example, dated a fucking regular guy, and she cheated on him with a celebrity. Like, it just kind of proves the point. Yeah. Like, it doesn't work. Like, men want bad bitches, women want status. They want a guy with high status, and men want bad bitches. Like,
they want to be given everything, bro. They want to be a princess, basically. Like, that's just what they want.
I would say, like, for men, I wouldn't only go after women because she's attractive. Like, purely.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Women,
definitely not.
I want to be a gold digger, right? That shouldn't be like your only like ways to be in a relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
People are complex beings. Like, get to appreciate them for more than their looks or their finances.
Definitely, you should try to get there.
That's another thing too. Like that's a misconception people confuse as well. Like, me and Jay aren't saying like, oh, all women are gold diggers. No, there's a difference between a gold digger and there's a difference between a girl that wants just normal.
I think
objective
wanting a man to provide doesn't make you a gold digger. I think these nasty hoes that just use guys for the resources blatantly, those are gold diggers. Like, those are
they're not even there to invest in an emotional thing.
Like OnlyFans thoughts, those are gold diggers.
Completely different. False.
The only fan thoughts that literally make you tip just to talk to them, those are gold diggers. But a woman that actually it's not even them talking to you. Like, in the messages, they usually have a guy talking to you, pretending to be them, laughing at you while you waste your money on them. Like, that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
That's pathetic. So I would say, obviously, don't only go for looks, but obviously that gets the girl in the door, right? If she's fat and gross, you're probably not going to give her a chance. Yeah. And if conversely, if you're a bum who like eats Cheetos all day, a girl's not gonna give you a chance. You know?
Like, bro, like, if you guys don't believe us, go to a fucking club, go outside of downtown, whatever. Go, like, actually go outside. You know what I mean? Like, take a shower, okay, do some shit, go out. And I kid you not, okay, you can go to a girl. If there's a fucking guy that looks good, you know, he looks like he has some stuff, whatever. 9 out of 10 times she's going up to that guy or vibing with that guy.
The hoes,
you look like a bum, whatever you name it.
In the club, the hoes gravitate towards the successful guys with booths. That's where all the hoes are at. They're with like Drake, Chris Brown, or fucking whoever famous guy is in the club that day. They're gonna gravitate towards that guy. Yeah, because those guys.
If you got Prince Harmony,
literally,
right? If you got a guy that looks really, really good, has some certain amount of status, right? Whether if it's average or even potentially high value, have him go walk with you in downtown, right? You know, and have him ask girls whatever. Watch him like get girls, you know, pretty easily or whatever, or it'll be tremendously more compared to you. Like, it's a blatant reality thing, bro. Like,
yeah, and that's what all the girls want. That's the problem in the day marketplace is around 80% to 90% of the women want the same top 20 to 10% of men, and the other percent of men are basically ghosts, guys that never get DMs, guys that never get messages, nothing. They're ghosts.
Women always want some more, dude, and you can't blame them.
I don't blame them though. Yeah, I don't blame them. Because social media has skewed their perspective. Because all they know is constant DMs from men, and all they know is on social media high value men that get all the hoes. Like they get constant validation, and then they want the top guy because of the constant validation. That's basically
exactly,
what it is.
Dude.
Like Jay,
we're responsible for that.
Yeah, we are. Simps are.
or the streams and podcasts where like literally like these are just like average chicks that are on there, and he's like, "How many DMs you get? Like show me."
Literally,
they got like hundreds and hundreds,
thousands, hundreds.
Then they ask the average guy that's sitting at the table, and they're like, or even a high tier guy, and they're like, "How many DMs you got?" And it's just dry as fuck.
Just a few.
Nowhere near.
Yeah.
It's sad though, dude, because like a woman that has like maybe hypertension, right, or something like that,
literally, bro,
OnlyFans and still make a lot of money too.
Even a fat hoe. Bad baby who's mid as fuck made $1 million in one day on OnlyFans, and she's mid. Oh, that's kind of pathetic.
Or the catch me outside chick, like, you know what I mean? That, like,
literally.
To me, I think she's ugly. I don't even think she's
mid as fuck, dude. Yeah, nah.
Either way, like she goes into OnlyFans her first day, makes $1 million in a month. Like
that's pathetic because she barely turned 18. So there's weird ass people paying for that shit.
Literally, bro. Like
yeah, it's pathetic. Orange Mask Obito versus Itachi. I would lean towards Obito, especially if it's sick. But if he's prime, that's an interesting match. It's an interesting match for sure. I might even lean towards Itachi if he was prime, but
at the end of the day, Obito's Kamui is cracked. Like that's the problem. Like that shit is just like, bro. Like not even like the moment he has it on. You know, like if he has it on already, like not even six past Jubi Madara can fucking hit him. Like nobody. It's just so fucking cracked. But the problem with Obito, where he reaches his limit, is whenever he has to attack, meaning he's materialized and he's not invulnerable anymore, that's the time interval that you have to utilize to hit him. And unless you're built like Minato, where you can exploit that time interval and hit him just in time before he can go back, right? You know what I mean? Then you're good. So like it's like you got to be like either slightly faster or way faster to have any chance against
him. Itachi probably isn't, to be fair.
Itachi, no. Prime Itachi, I think
Prime Itachi,
relative in terms of stats. But I think it's interesting with like the Tsukiyomi or like Amaterasu, because like if Obito was hit by the Amaterasu already by Sasuke, I'm sure Itachi could be able to do it, being that it is his own unique ability, and or maybe Fugaku had it, but nonetheless. And then Tsukiyomi would be interesting ability to utilize as well, and see if that has enough like attack speed, if you will, to hit Obito when he's not using Kamui or. Yeah, so that'd be a hard one for Itachi to win. That's for sure.
Prime, would be. Let's see here. You guys might disagree with this take, but playing devil's advocate is a game people play 9 out of 10 times to avoid taking responsibility for their own opinions without saying it. Oh yeah, people. The vast majority of people on social media don't want to take accountability. Yeah, definitely.
And Jay, think about this. That's the reason why is because everyone's tired of everyone getting so fucking butthurt when they give their own like actual subjective opinion of something. Like they lose their fucking minds. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. I think the new chapter of Boruto is a flashback chapter. We even get a sneak peek for it, and it shows Boruto smiling and sitting with Sasuke. Really? Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? Cool. 10, goddamn. Yeah, 10's just too much, bro, for sure. People need to get rid of the porn misconception that women always prefer bigger ones. If it's too big, it could hurt them. Yeah, facts, dude. Facts. They have to pretend. They have to pretend to enjoy it. Like in those studios, they pretend to enjoy it. They don't even enjoy it.
I think biologically, the G spot's like what 4 inches. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not in that deep, man.
I'm damn sure it's not 8 inches, bro.
Yeah, no.
It's fun fact.
8+ is too much.
I don't remember how I fucking learned this, but G spots are actually different depending on the girl as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The location. Yeah. So.
I just hope that GTA 6 trophies are separated between a single player section and online. It's not annoying not to be able to get platinum for single player just because they don't fuck with online. Yeah, that's a good point. I agree. The strongest Mortal Kombat character is Supreme Deity, called the One Being, and he's universal. Not surprised. But yeah, folks, any questions at all? But yeah, as far as a red pill, I would say take what you can from it and just live life the way you want to live it, man. That's what I say. Like if you want to be monogamous, cool. If you want to be high value, try to become high value and have multiple girls, cool. Just try to get to that point where you can make that choice. The best way to make that choice is to improve yourself financially, physically, mentally, and to be demonized for it. Usually it stems from people that are justifying their own inadequacies. They're like, oh my god, you're in shape, you make money, you're a fucking asshole. It's like, no, I'm just doing better in life than you and you're mad about it.
Or a weird chick that's like, oh my god, you're a guy that wants to have multiple chicks. Like,
or girls that try to shun you for it, like, oh my god, you want a pretty bitch, you don't like me because I'm fat, you're shaming me. Like, no, it's because you're unattractive. That's why. Like, it is what it is. Like, I would say,
and there's reasons why you want to date someone.
Like, saying spitting facts, but you gotta also be realistic with yourself. So it's like if you're gonna be like in an open relationship as a guy, right, or have multiple chicks, whatever, blah blah. Okay, and then also expect at the same time for these chicks to be like 100% loyal to you. You name it, like all relationship, like good fucking luck. Because if
and to be fair,
chicks, you.
Yeah, and to be fair to the chicks, if you're a fucking loser who eats Cheetos, don't expect to get any chicks. Because a lot of guys,
literally.
I'll admit this, when it comes to the red pill, a lot of guys use what they learn and believe they're already sufficient in getting these higher attraction women. Like, you're a fucking loser, bro. You're broke. You live with your mom. You have no car, no job, and you think you're gonna pull a 10, and you're gonna get mad at her for not wanting you? Like, that's pathetic. So it goes both ways. Become the best man you can be. And don't take it personal when you're not high value enough to get a woman. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is.
Exactly. I feel like even when people know something and they when they actually try to apply it in real life, it's like, yeah, we know what to do per se, but it's like in the moment, there's like a level of apprehension that's natural. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to go through these trials and errors of understanding and implicating this knowledge to actually get any headway in life. And there's going to be times for for men, I can say this at least. I don't know about for women per se, but it's like I said earlier, like we all said earlier, it's easy for men to be attracted to women for very fundamentally basic things, I would say, right? So it's like we're going to be attracted to a lot of women, but we're not going to get every single woman that we want in our life, and that's
definitely
natural. That's reality.
It's reality.
Just learn from it, and don't have expectations, bro. Just do the best you can in life, and just move on. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. It's simply guys get resentful because they are flawed, and women that they want don't want them. Like, well, dude, you're still broke, you're still out of shape. Like, you're not gonna pull that 8 or 9 until you raise your value as a man. Like, you can't blame her for that. She has options galore, and you're a fucking fat ass in the basement eating Cheetos. Like, she's not gonna want you, buddy. You know, it is what it is. So it goes both ways, though. It goes both ways. You can't just say, oh my God, women will never pick you. But no, you got to become the man to get picked. It's not that simple. So it's a whole equation you got to take into consideration. I will never understand when men bitch and moan about women doing sex work, particularly OnlyFans, when men are the reason why the industry started and still exists. Zero accountability. I'll say this. There are guys that are complete addicts to that shit that do bitch about it, and you're right. That's hypocriticism at its finest. But there are guys that don't do it and do complain about it, and I don't think there's any accountability to take. If you're legitimately not paying these hoes, and you're seeing the marketplace diluted because of hoes being rampant and getting all this validation, I don't think there is any accountability for you to take. Now, if you're paying for it, yeah, you're right. You're a hypocrite, especially if you're complaining about the thing you're aiding. That is hypocritical.
Yeah, that's hypocrisy at its finest.
Yeah, at its finest. Yeah. And I'll say this, to be fair. There are a lot of guys that don't admit they pay for that shit that are bitching about it. You're right about that. That's a fact. Just from the sheer amount of money these hoes make, guarantee there's guys lying about it. You look at their fucking bank statements, OnlyFans, guaranteed. So you're right, man. Definitely right.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it's rampant, dude. The fucking hoes making 6 figures in 1 month because there's so many simps paying these hoes, bro. It's
fucking demand, bro.
Disgusting.
Economics 101.
Economics 101, literally. And I don't blame the hoes. The hoes are making bank. I'd probably do the same thing if I was a thought. Deadass. Not gonna lie. Boruto's finally smiling. Yeah, we'll see what happens in that chapter, man. Definitely looking forward to it.
I just think it's sad when moms and stuff are doing OnlyFans. It's like that's just a bad luck. Like,
oh my God.
You know, and another thing is I think women understand that if they do choose to partake in that industry, they're not really going to be able to attain the partner they really want, because if you're doing sex work, bro, like I said earlier, a lot of men are gonna be like, yeah, no thanks. It's gonna take an ultra simp to really be down for that.
Facts.
At the end of the day.
Oh, dude, so, exactly. I mean, if women, in the way you're selling your soul to do sex work, essentially, fast money usually produces slow problems. So what happens is, yes, you get all this validation, you get all this money, you get all this clout, but the men that you want, which make more money, are not going to want you. Like, if a guy, let's say he's a big businessman, he's a millionaire, and you're a thought from OF, and you're like, oh my God, hi, he's going to be like, why would I affiliate with a fucking thought that's going to ruin my image and maybe even hurt my profit? Why would I do that? You sold your soul, and you expect me to accept that. No, I'm not accepting that. I'm going for a girl that's more submissive, more low-key, and is attractive. And I don't have any risk of losing my business.
And not to deal with the backlash. Socially,
so it goes both ways. It goes both ways. If you sell your soul to OF, that's what happens.
Yeah. Like Jay, the craziest thing is they will dead ass feel butthurt or feels so offended that guys are not willing to take that or commit to. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane that they'll really like try to like contemplate and try to like be so confused why high tier men or even average men would not want to fucking commit to that shit. It's like, bro, the amount of times you're gonna all your guys are gonna be like dogging you for
I can Google your girls. If I can Google,
gonna be dogging you.
If I can Google your girl's asshole, if I can Google your girl's asshole, you're with the wrong girl, bro. Sorry, you're with the wrong.
Yeah, I don't want all my friends know what my girl looks like that.
Fuck no, bro. What the hell?
Jay, your friends and family. If you're with a girl with OnlyFans, which you never would be, but if you were with a girl, you're telling me they wouldn't dog you for that shit?
Oh, fuck no, dude. They would roast the fuck out of me. They would be like, "You're a fuck." They'd call me a cuck, bro. Deadass. I would deserve it at that point. I deserve to be called a cuck. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Nobody wants to date Big Bertha. Facts. But guess what? Guys that are desperate still do because they got nothing else. They do date Big Bertha.
And they subscribe to OnlyFans for
fat
Big
ones.
Bertha.
Yeah, literally.
That's sad, bro.
You don't even got to be super wealthy. Just get your own crib, some swag, and stay on your lucks. Girls will come. Facts, bro. Because this is the thing. People misconstrue and strawman what the red pills really advocate. It's not saying you got to become fucking Jeff Bezos. Just get better, get in shape, just improve. Improve in general. It doesn't mean you're going to be a fucking millionaire. The girls will come. Get in shape, get a high skill, invest, and become a better man. There's nothing wrong with that. And women will come. You don't have to be Jeff Bezos or fucking Michael B. Jordan or be like extremely top 0.001% of men. Like, you'll be fine, bro. Just improve. That's the whole message. Improve. That's it. Really that simple. Do you consider it cheating and invalid for someone to make a bet with their friends on who can lose their virginity first and hire a prostitute? No. If you're not with someone, I don't see how that's cheating. If you're not with anybody, I think that's fine. Would I fuck a prostitute? Personally, no. I wouldn't pay a hoe for that. Because to me, it's transactional. I wouldn't even enjoy that because the hoe would just see me as she would see it as a service that I paid for. Me personally, I can't do that. But I wouldn't say that's cheating. If you don't have a girlfriend, what does it matter? Do whatever you want to do. You know, I don't give a shit. Thoughts on your girl having male friends, not including if you're also friends with the guy, they're exclusively her friend. This is my personal opinion. I'm not saying every guy should be this sort of anal about things. I don't want a girl that has male friends because 99.9% of the time, that guy wants to fuck you. If you're remotely attractive, that guy wants to fuck you. He's being your friend because of the small, remote hope that he'll fuck you one day. So in my opinion, I don't fuck with it. Is it an automatically disqualification? No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you should do that either.
Facts, bro. Yeah,
but it's facts.
If she's remotely attractive.
Yeah, they want to fuck. I'm not saying you need to not allow your girl to have friends if she does already and whatever. But my preference is I'd rather have few to none. My opinion. This is my opinion. I think
it's contingent on the female though, because I feel like some women are actually genuinely loyal and
have that, absolutely,
that kind of promiscuous nature to them. But it's very subjective and contingent. But for the most case, I do agree.
Sure. And I'm not saying, like, oh my god, she's a hoe. No, I'm not saying that. That's my personal preference. That's how I operate. I don't really like my girl having guy friends. That's just my thing. I shouldn't be a disqualifier in my opinion. Now, if you see them interact and it's like flirty and shit, then you should dip ASAP because she's going to fuck them and you're going to get cheated on. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, if she does have male friends, just be cautious. That's all I got to say. Be cautious. I'm not sure if that holds. The amount of multimillionaires with wives who openly have an OF account is crazy. Those guys are cucks. They're not high value, man. They're pussies. If they're with a bitch that has an OF, they're either her manager or they're fucking cucks like fucking Adam 22. That's not a man to me. That's a pussy. Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What if their guy friends are all gay? I don't give a shit if they're gay. That's basically a chick. Like, I don't care about that. They can have friends that are gay.
It doesn't matter to me at all. Yeah,
they're literally talking.
Men are we're competitive people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
It's like we don't want like women, like guys who want to like fuck my girl all around her. Like when I'm not with her, it's like
hell no.
That's not comforting.
Yeah, it's just like to me personally. I don't really want to deal with that. I'm not saying you should cut your girl off if she has male friends or like disqualify her. I would say learn about her friends, learn about her relationship with her friends, and then go from there. Be logical enough to deduce if the guy wants to fuck her and they're flirting and shit. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. To each their own. It's sad
too because like if you're in a relationship with a woman, you should like feel like you guys trust each other. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit shouldn't even be a problem in the first place. But it's like, again, like you're saying, Jay, it comes down to like who this person is and what kind of friends they are and what's really going down. Just exactly. Have some wherewithal.
Because my perspective is pragmatic. I look at the statistical probability. It's a little harsh, but it works in practice. Like, oh my God, she's a statistic. Not necessarily. I look at the situation and I deduce quantitatively what's the chances of success. If she has a bunch of male friends, statistically the chances of success for our relationship is going to be lower. It is what it is from a statistical standpoint. Logically speaking, I probably wouldn't go into that relationship. So that's the way I look at it. It's a little harsh, but it increases your chances of success with a woman and in life in general. So, also, you're not going to find a lot of GFs out there by that logic. Most women in the planet have male friends. Like I said, it's not a disqualifier. But if she has a ton of guy friends and she's interacting in a flirty fashion with them, I'm not going to be with her. It is what it is. And by the way, you'll be surprised how many girls don't have guy friends. By the way, it's not that common. I can never be with a submissive girl who has no independent thought, personality, can force to my will. It might be a saying. We only look strong. Women don't mistake strong with obnoxious though. I'm not saying I want a fucking vegetable. I'm not saying that. I want my personal preference is a girl that follows my lead. I'm not saying she's my fucking slave or anything. She can do what the fuck she wants. I'm just saying I want me personally with my personality. I'd rather have a girl that allows me to lead. It doesn't mean I'm her boss. Doesn't mean I run her. I'm better than her. It's just the kind of dichotomy I want, you know. I don't want a fucking vegetable that doesn't say shit. What kind of shit is that? Like, it's not a relationship. But yeah, folks, a few more minutes. The fight starts soon. But this is a very, very red pill. Before I gotta go, I just gotta say Coda's a fucking loser. Facts, bro. That's facts. Oh, Sir goes with $10. I got 3 questions. Oh, and the call-in? Oh, my bad, brother. We haven't been checking. Let me put that on the screen right quick. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, like I said, guys, live life the way you want to live it. Who gives a shit what anyone thinks? It doesn't matter. If you want a monogamous, cool, you know, as long as you're, you know, you have the ability to choose. You know, it's not easy to do that in today's world. So get to that position, get to where you could choose how you want to live your life. What girl you want to date. Do things the way you want to do it. That's really my philosophy, you know, honestly. Even if it's like the exact opposite of what I do, who cares, man? Who cares? As long as you're doing what you want to do. So, all right, Sir Goats, let me check right quick.
Yeah, like it is what it is, bro. Like, you know, the only advice I'll give for you guys, do what you want to do at the end of the day. But once again, you need to accept reality as it is, and there's pros and cons in everything you decide to do. So
yeah, Sir Goats, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, what's up? My first question is it's about something that actually did happen to me, and I want to know what y'all think. So let's say let's say you meet this girl like on Discord, right? And you like she y'all start texting back and forth, but you feel as though you're moving too fast, but you're trying not to move fast, right?
Right.
And then when she talks to you, and when both of y'all talk to each other back and forth, and then you finally manage to tell her how you feel about her and confess to her and everything, and she tells you, "I can't," because it's like talking. It's like this girl is like, it's like she's afraid of commitment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how like I had asked her out before, and like, I mean I had asked her to be, can we be like, you know, together because because I did like her like that, and she said, I'm not ready for love because, you know, the whole how people like to, you know, backstab and like be disloyal sometimes, and it's like she's like afraid of commitment because she doesn't want to hurt herself or hurt me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, how would you go about that?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'll let you talk about it first, Jay.
Yeah, so the way I approach things, even with women, it's harder said than done because emotions are involved. So I take it logically. So there is a couple possibilities as to why she's saying that, and you should definitely approach. At the end of the day, it's up to you. It's your discretion. But the possibilities are she's legitimately telling the truth. Maybe she does like you, but like you said, she's not ready. At that point, I would maybe try to build more of a bond with her. Obviously, there's many factors like how long you've been talking to her, stuff like that. And you'd have to use your own discretion to kind of like deduce whether or not she's being legitimate with that. Maybe she does like you but wants more time to get to know you. There's that. The other possibility, which is hopefully not, but it's a possibility, is that she's capping. She might just be capping because she's not interested. Yeah, like friend zoning you, and at that point, I would get out before you get too attached, because then it's going to affect you. Like at a certain point, you're going to be more attached.
Yeah, it's not worth your
and
time.
Honestly, the only way to be able to deduce that is like your own discretion. So like look at kind of take into consideration how your discussions have went. Has she seemed interested, or has she been more like reserved? You have to deduce things yourself, what that is, and then make your decision based upon that. So it's either she's capping to you, or she is interested, but like you said, she's telling the truth. So I would take it with a grain of salt and kind of use your own discretion. I would say trust your instincts at that point. That's what I would say. What do you guys think about that?
And what do you think, Shinobi? He might not actually be here. I'll give my thoughts real quick with you, brother. So no matter what, just like Jay said, 10 out of 10. Couldn't have said any better. You're gonna know it better no matter what, because you're the one interacting with it the most. Unless me and Jay are like seeing, screenshots and shit, whatever, yada yada. We're there, we can't really because at least for me, and I'm pretty sure Jay could too, I could smell bullshit right off the fucking whip. I've had so much experience throughout, you name it, etc. I'm pretty sure you probably can too. So if she's not bullshit and she actually is legitimate and it's just gonna take more time, right? And just more, investment, right? Because that's always the starting process for a girl that you're starting with. There's that investment process. You're knowing each other. You're vibing. Then basically she's in like the position of either determining whether she should commit to you or not. And then you go on to the next level, right? That's normally how it goes. Okay. And if she's being very lenient or very laid back, or just for some reason like just not going fully through it, there's a reason for it. It could be due to baggage. It could be due to other poor experiences. It could be due to what, like Jay said, red flag, friend zoning, or she's just not taking you seriously, and she's over here going, crazy or who knows what with all these other people behind your back. But with you, she's like taking her sweet ass time, right? Or seeing what she can do.
Yeah.
You have to be careful, because nowadays there's a lot of women that are very calculated. Very smart. They'll pick up on things, and they will take advantage of certain things, unfortunately. So she thinks, if I'm not saying she is, but if she has the mindset of where she thinks, oh, okay, this is how he is, whatever, blah, blah, maybe I can get away with this, or maybe I can keep it this route, or I can get a lot from him, but I don't really have to, contribute back or really give anything, and kind of just keep my toes. Like, you don't want that shit, bro. Like, you should be investing your time or doing certain things with a girl that is blatantly and clearly into you, or at least is equal treatment so far, right? Like it's good vibes, great, you name it. You don't want to be being in a catch-2 situation or in a gamble, But to be fair, devil's advocate, and for all you know, this could be the case too. Maybe she just, what's it called? She's taking it really slow, And she's just not too sure yet. She just needs more time, more experience, whatever you name it, or more interaction. And then just kind of go that route, whatever, and there you go. What I would do if I was you, this is just me though, to play the safe route, I'd still connect with other people, socialize with other people, go along that route too. Don't just only commit to her for the time being.
Absolutely.
And when she's ready, great, go for it. But if she's not, for whatever fucking reason, don't make her the priority. That's all I'm saying. You gotta balance it out and be smart and logical about it.
What I would do, I'm more cutthroat though, so again, it's your own discretion. I don't really have patience. I cut it off. I'll just cut it off. But that's me though. I'm not saying you should do that. That's because I'm different. I'm more like cutthroat. I don't like if a girl says I'm not into you, like all right, on the next. But like Batman said, at least keep her as an option around. Like you could still have her there, talk to other girls, because obviously at this point in time you can deduce it's not happening, right? Because she said I'm not, whether she's lying or not, it's not happening currently. So I'll have her. You could either have her as an option, or you could cut her off. But I'm not saying you should do that. It's up to you. But what Batman said probably would be better. Just kind of keeping her around.
So I don't know, like the extent of your guys' like interactions, goats. Maybe you guys have had have you guys hung out, for instance, like actually physically, like with one another by chance?
No.
Okay.
That's the one thing I forgot to mention.
Yeah. So
no, you did mention it, brother. Like that's what he's wanting. He's been trying to he's been asking her out, etc. You name it. Like he's been trying to go to that next level, but she's like, not.
Okay, yeah. So here's my thing, bro. I feel like it's quite obvious when a female is attracted to you, and they might give a rationalization as like, oh, I'm not ready, or like et cetera, but it's just like if they're not into you, it's going to be quite obvious from either texting or from body language or physical interactions you and this woman may have. So it's like these two have both said excellently. I would say, hey man, like if you're not really respected or appreciated as much as you may appreciate or respect her, you need to like understand that and don't subsidize your self-worth for someone who doesn't respect you the way that you see yourself per se. So it's like have options, talk to other women, and then like if she maybe like wants to talk to you, she'll make an effort to do so. You know, you don't.
She'll do it.
Like,
in a heartbeat, bro. You know,
you don't have.
Better yet, that might even be the straw that where you know you're not even interacting with her as much or whatever. You know, if anything, it's the other way around, and you're talking with other people. Let's say she somehow knew that, or if she just realized you're doing something a little bit more different, that actually might make her bounce back and actually be more because it's just a weird reverse psychology shit. With women
I would do this. Like,
you know?
the optimal plan, besides the cutting off completely, I would say have her as an option. Test her by not talking to her and see if she responds to you. That'll prove that she is interested to some extent, because if she doesn't answer, then she probably was capping. And I'll also say, just in general, when it comes to girls, it's not really rocket science to be able to do this if they like you or not. It's very obvious if they actually like you. They're not going to be.
They're not going to quick. They're going to be, you know.
So I would say keep all those things in mind and kind of test her. Just be like, all right, I'm not going to text her and see what happens.
Don't let it affect you though, Goats. Like it happens to everyone.
Oh yeah, dude.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Eventually,
it happens to everybody.
With enough experience, it doesn't really matter anymore because there's more fish in the sea anyway.
Literally.
Yeah. So
I'm glad you just said that saying because I was literally about to say it. Like
it's abundance mindset. Once you have the abundance mindset, it doesn't really matter.
There are a lot of people in the world, but be mindful that we only get to come across so many in our lifetimes. You know what I mean? So it's like make the most of what you have around you.
Literally,
You know what I'm saying? So
and I will say this: if you think, because at the end of the day, you know more than us, right?
Yeah, literally.
With this,
it's up to you.
So if you think she's worth the fight a little bit more longer, whatever, blah blah, by all means, you do you. Because who knows? Maybe it'll actually work out in the end, whatever. And she's just one of those rare exceptions or right? You know what I mean? But consistency wise, gaming, etc. Nowadays, and what normally is the case. Okay, girls, it'll be very obvious when they're into you. They're going to talk to you 24/7. They'll be reaching out to you if anything. It's not always you, etc. They're going to actually want to meet. That's a given all the fucking time. They will always want
trust your like our suggestions. Hopefully they help. But either way, trust your instincts. I'd say trust your instincts and like your discretion to make the right what decision you decide to do next. You know, so
yes, sir.
But you said you had other questions. Yeah, that was a good question though, for sure.
Yeah, my second question is, let's say Itachi and Obito was fighting each other, and like Obito, like either version of Obito that knows how to use Kamui, right? Like he knows how to use Kamui.
Yeah.
And versus Itachi, and Itachi, like let's say Obito like uses like Kamui's himself, but Obito he's materializing, and he looked like he's about to go into he's going into his wormhole, like his body's looking like a noodle shape.
Yeah.
And like his body looked like a swirl. And Itachi launches a genjutsu at him. Is Obito gonna get hit by the genjutsu like right before he goes into the Kamui dimension?
That is a good question. If he's in the act of teleporting to the other dimension, hard to deduce whether or not. I think at that point he's intangible to physical attacks. Now genjutsu would be interesting because it's chakra based. I think you could argue either way, but I would deduce because his body is still technically there and not in the other dimension yet. I would deduce he's still susceptible to sort of chakra interactions. So I'd probably say it would. Definitely if his head is still there and his head hasn't teleported to the other common dimension, because that's where the eye sockets are at and where the genjutsu location would be. So I would deduce more than likely still. That's a tough question though, because you could argue that because he is teleporting in a way that he's no longer susceptible to physical attack, to even genjutsu attacks. But that's what I would deduce at least. More than likely, I'd say. It's a good question though.
Yeah. It's a interesting scenario to hypothesize for sure. You know, I think they're pretty equal in stats given, and so I think if Obito was able to not only launch Kamui but also be able to launch that on Itachi and grab his body as a result, then I think Itachi can also implement a genjutsu just as fast as Obito could. So I think even if like he's caught in the suction of Kamui, his body will be contorted a lot. But I think he would have enough adequate time to perhaps fit him in the Genjutsu. And as we know with Tsukiyomi, the amount of time that is in that dimension compared to ours is like marginal, to say the least. So it might be able to deactivate the Kamui as a result. So I mean, I think Itachi has a good chance, basically. But
yeah, I
it's a
agree. Yeah, I would say
weird
more likely.
scenario.
Yeah, weird scenario. But yeah, you said you had one question.
Yeah. It's this one, but it's also an extra one, and it's like mostly like a Batman, more like a Batman question because this happened in the server. But my third question was,
Yeah.
uh, what in terms of like anime, like what anime like I don't know if it's like correct to say like genre, but it's
Yeah.
like what type of anime do y'all like that that like speaks to you or like motivates you like for example, me, I like heavy like message delivering animes with some a little bit of biblical references in it. Like what
Right.
type
Yeah.
of anime do y'all like? Yeah.
I would say that motivates me certainly battle based because battle based animes they kind of show a clash of wills in the most raw sense possible. Like Dragon Ball is a great example. It's one of the best illustrations. Like it shows a clash of wills, not only symbolically but tangibly as well. Like Vegeta versus Goku or Goku versus Buu. It's a clash of wills, and it shows like not only their power level, obviously, but it shows their conviction as well. Which I think the Saiyan race does very well in general. So I'll probably say the ones that display symbolism the best. I think Dragon Ball is up there, Naruto obviously, even JJK new gen wise is really high up there for me. Those motivate me the most. I would say where there's great dialogue that really further kind of like ices the thematic aspects that are trying to be displayed. Like Vegeta, for example, the reason I like him so much is because he encapsulates these themes not only physically but rhetorically as well. Like for example, when he was Majin Vegeta, when the moments that he feels inferior to Goku, he kind of like iterates these sort of themes of like never giving up and trying to break your limits. Another good example is when he's fighting Goku Black, and he's like, the reason you're not beating me is despite having his body, you're not him. Like you didn't go through, you don't have the conviction he has, you didn't have the experience Goku had to make that body as powerful as it is. So I would say those kind of animes motivate me the most, even in real life. So I would say, yeah, symbolic, well represented symbolism and battle based. I'd say mostly my like Dragon Ball, Naruto types. I'd say yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Honestly, I think me and Jay obviously like a lot of the same things.
Yeah,
but
yeah, literally.
just if I had to accentuate that a little bit, I would probably just say like I really enjoy series that have like it's not only battle based, but like there's like an intellectual component that's added in there. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna punch you. Like that's why I really like Naruto, because it's like they use like tools or they use their terrain or things like that to create an advantage. And not only that, but the philosophies that we hear are kind of like, they can be applied to our reality as well. And so it's very immersive for that reason. And so not only does it motivate me, but it makes me think as well. And so it gives me a new perspective on reality, and it makes me appreciate that as well. So
yeah, those
that's why I
philosophies
think
are
Death Note's so
staples.
good too, because
Yeah.
it's just like
Death
a
Note.
battle of
Yeah.
wits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
literally.
Yeah.
I agree. The parallels, like the philosophies, are staples even in our real world because they work in practice in our world. Like Vegeta's philosophy or Naruto's philosophy, Guy's philosophy, like it's very implementable in our real world. And so I agree definitely. Philosophies are very important in anime for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
you have one
I
more question
like.
though? I don't know if Batman's here. I think he's muted though.
Oh crap! Because I think it was in like Batman server or it was the Shinobi Alliance server.
Yeah.
It was the Five Kage Summit Sasuke versus Shisui thingy, and I
Oh.
just thought that was like, and I just thought that was like too much for Shisui, and I was like, and I
Yeah.
was just thinking like who would win between like Taka Sasuke, like Akatsuki Taka Sasuke versus Shisui instead.
That's an
Taka, you
interesting
mean?
question. Yeah, Taka Sasuke, the one that fought Killer B, for example, he's inferior to B, that's for sure. Shisui, I would say, is inferior to B as well at this point in time. So that's an interesting battle. If we're taking the specific iteration of fought Killer B, Sasuke was still injured from the actual Itachi fight, so he wasn't even at his best. He's still impressive. It's hard to gauge him because he was fighting a superior opponent with help and still almost fell to him. Shisui, his highest scaling is like relative to Danzo. He's superior to an arbitrary extent, but he's relative. At least in the anime, you could argue he's stronger than novel because he got poisoned rather than beaten by Danzo. But I would deduce tough one.
Shisui. Yeah, Shisui's weird because like Shisui's supposed to be like stated to be like more talented than even Itachi during their days in the Anbu, and the whole like Danza interaction, it does have a little bit of contention considering the novel statements with like the betrayal and the bug that was used and things of that nature. But nonetheless, I don't think Shisui scales to someone like Datara, for example, that like Sasuke beat not that long prior. And then Danzo, like he wasn't really like a much of an adversary for Sasuke. He was just someone who could like out hacks him with like a jutsu that he's never heard of before, even though it's in his own clan. So I don't know. It's a weird one to discuss because Sasuke's obviously heavily fatigued, and isn't as at his max capacity. But I think Shisui might have a chance in that. It just really depends on how you scale him. To be honest,
it's tough. Yeah, both are contentious to scale because their feats are limited, and the feats that they are involved in are very contentious as well. It depends on how you interpret them as well. So it's definitely a debatable discussion between those specific iterations. I'd probably lean towards Shisui, probably, because he is like stated to be relative to Itachi. But there's arguments for both sides. To be honest, there's arguments for both sides. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because one time I think this was like a few years ago, I had a talk with one of my friends about Itachi versus Shisui, and my friend was like, Itachi did say that Shisui was like better than him during the time like before he killed the Uchiha clan. I was like, my response to that was like that Itachi was talking about Shisui like at that time before the Uchiha massacre. Like I'm pretty sure nobody believes that Shisui would beat Akatsuki Itachi and then later Ten Sharingan on Danzo.
Yeah, exactly. What I can say is 5 Kagesama Sasuke with Thrash Shisui, that's for sure. But yeah, Taka Sasuke is more interesting.
Yeah, Taka is like
so the problem with Shisui, and I'll just say this all day, every day, like it's just unfortunate. It's just like Tobirama all over again. He has a really bad showing. The only difference is we literally see it, you know.
Yeah, we actually see it. Yeah.
We actually see it, etc. So like the problem is like it's blatantly shown that Shisui is technically above Danzo, and or at least like he's equal to him bare minimum because there's several there's several things of it. You have the novels, you have the game, and then you have the manga, and then you have the anime. The manga just states what happens, and we don't know at all. The anime, we see it. The game, we see it, and then and the novel has like its own story. The common consistency of everything is that Danzo has to be a bitch basically in order to even have the edge on Shisui. That's just blatant. Like he had to be a bitch, and plan and whatever. But the reason why it even worked to begin with, and why this would never work in people like Itachi, Sasuke, etc., is because they're not fucking retards and they're not kind-hearted like Shisui. That's the issue. Shisui is a bitch. He literally is very, very kind. Like Danzo tried to fuck with him. He immediately no-diffs him, Sharingan Genjutsus, and pulls like an Orochimaru feat, right? Like what Itachi did. Starts walking away, like, all right, and then just completely leaves himself exposed. And then he does Izanagi and he fucks him up. Now, to be fair, it is Izanagi. No one would ever even expect that. I don't even think Itachi would probably expect that. But Itachi or Minato or Sasuke would at least still be on guard. They're not just going to like everything's fine now, right? Like they're not going to, like that bullshit wouldn't happen. Or better yet, they would more than likely, either fucking summon Susanoo, or it would have been a clone, or like even Kakashi. Look at him as an example. Whenever he thinks he's won or dealt with, he still has a backup card and always uses shadow clones or substitute. You know what I mean? So it's like Shisui is he's just really retarded. That's the fucking problem. And it is what it is. Like at the end of the day with Sasuke, the same shit happened with him when Danzo does Izanagi, but the only difference is Sasuke still had Susanoo on. So when Danzo lands the hit, it does nothing, you know, and then even Sasuke was like, what the fuck? And he was turning, but he wouldn't have even been fast enough to even deal with it. The attack hit before. Basically, Sasuke would have got injured as well, just like Shisui, but it wouldn't have been nowhere near as bad because he was still at least on guard and had a Susanoo up, you know? So that's the problem with Shisui. It's just, in character, he's not really a smart person when it comes to survival and combat situations, you know?
So. Yeah. But yeah, good question, Sir Goats. Yeah.
But Shisui is strong. He is fucking strong. Like he was the only one. If we're being fair, I guess in a way, he was the only one that have a body flicker where you can have fucking after images and shit. He had a pretty cool Susanoo. His Kodomatsukami stated to be the most powerful genjutsu, the only MS genjutsu to work on Edo Tensei as well. So you know, like he has a lot of stuff, you know, and whatnot. But he's more lore based. He doesn't really have a lot of, you know, blatant feats and stuff like that, whatever. It's more of a reputation and just a legendary status, and even Danzo saying, yeah, you're the strongest of the Uchiha, whatever, blah, blah, and him having more wins than Itachi, things like that, etc. So he is really strong. I think personally he would be able to beat up this is just me. I think he would be able to beat up people like Kakasu and hit on things like that. But you know, when it comes to like the bigger boys, it's just I just don't like Shisui would have to be bloodlusted and like going straight at it in order for him to have any chance whatsoever. But if it's just in character fights, he's just an idiot, you know.
Yeah, but
yeah, me personally, if I was to like highball like Shisui, like in my personal opinion, like two things I thought of is like to be fair for like Tobirama, like Shisui ain't beating Tobirama, but it's like if I was to highball Shisui to like the best of my ability, I think he would still stop at Tobirama, but he would beat Hiruzen. That's what I think.
I mean, I think he can be Orochimaru considering what Itachi did. So
highballing him,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, good questions, Sir Goats.
But yeah.
Yeah. We're probably going to shift to the other stream soon if you want to come into that one. But yeah, great questions, man. Appreciate the donations. Definitely a goat. You and Alexa are the goats, so appreciate you, man.
Thanks for calling in, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, folks. We're gonna wrap it up. We're actually a little late.
Shisui is on the bitch list.
Yeah, we're gonna end this stream, folks. But we're gonna be back momentarily with the fight companion. You guys can still ask questions there as much as you want. So feel free to come back. This one's about to end. Appreciate you guys coming out. We'll see you in the next stream in about like 5-10 minutes. I just gotta set it up. Appreciate you, folks, and thanks for all